Ali, 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 yeah. I praise Allah for these lessons. I'm striving to be the message, and I thank Allah for His blessings. Ali was the circle 7. I praise Allah for these lessons. I'm striving to be the message, and I thank Allah for His blessings. Ali was the circle 7. I praise Allah for these lessons. I'm striving to be the message, and I thank Allah for His blessings. Ali was the circle 7. I praise Allah for these lessons. I'm striving to be the message, and I thank Allah for His blessings. Ali was the circle 7. I praise Allah for these lessons. I'm striving to be the message, and I thank Allah for His blessings. Ali was the circle 7. I praise Allah for these lessons. I'm striving to be the message, and I thank Allah for His blessings. Ali was the circle 7.
Islam, Islam, Islam. My name is Dr. Bati Bey, the Iowa Territory. First, I'd like to rise and give all manner of praise to Allah, honors to the Prophet, honors to our theocratic government, our World Council, our flag, seal, emblem, our divine constitution, our swift angels, our mufti, citizens alike. Honors to all the Moors that are here in attendance and the sound of my voice. Honors to our panel. Honors to our as I call our professor on this in this class, Dr. Comedian ADEPTUS Herifet, as you see his name forth. And I will read the Comedian ADEPTUS Morris American prayer. Ya Allah abnu haru bakunetaru, Ya Allah abheru, Ya Allah ma'atheru, Ya Allah hotepheru, Ya Allah haru, Ya Allah ma'atheru kuti, Ya Allah awajeduti, Ya Allah pertim sutek, pertim haru, Ya Allah bamaduti. Al-Hadith sepsis rey atu ali. Amin. Holy Isa, Isa, Isa. And that is to say, O Allah, the Father of the universe, O Allah, the Father of love, O Allah, the Spirit of truth, O Allah, the Spirit of freedom, O Allah, the Spirit, pardon body. O Allah, the Father of the universe, O Allah, the Father of love, O Allah, the Spirit of truth, O Allah, the Spirit of peace, O Allah, the Spirit of freedom, O Allah, the Spirit of justice, O Allah, you are my protector, O Allah, you are my God, O Allah, you are my salvation by night and by day, O Allah, through your holy prophet, O Allah, Drew Ali. Amen. Holy Isa, Holy Isa, Holy Isa. And with that recitation of our Comedian ADEPTUS Morris American prayer, I would like to turn the meeting over to Dindra and the Heka-Ptah Bay. It's time for her portion.
Is Islam. I'm going. Do you want me to do the Constitution, the bylaws? I was just going to read the chapter of the week.
Pardon the body. That's my fault.
Islam.
Islam. Salvation. Islam. Gratitude. Salvation, our God, unity. The Divine Constitution of Moorish America. Act 1. The Grand Sheikh and the Chairman of Moorish America are empowered to make law and enforce laws with the assistance of the Prophet and the Grand Body of Moorish America. The Assistant Grand Sheikh is to assist the Grand Sheikh in all affairs, if he lives according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, and it is known before the citizens of Moorish America. The bylaws. Act 2. All meetings are to be open and closed promptly according to the Circle 7 and love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Friday is our holy day of rest. because on the Friday, the first man was formed in flesh. And on the Friday, the first man departed out of flesh and ascended unto his Father God Allah. For that cause, Friday is a holy day for all Muslims all over the world. Act 3. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice must be proclaimed and practiced by all citizens of Moorish America. No citizen is to put in danger or accuse falsely his brother or sister on any occasion at all that may harm his brother or sister, because Allah is love. Act 4. All citizens must preserve these holy and divine laws, and all citizens must obey the laws of the government, because by being a Moorish American, you are a part and parcel of the government and must live the life accordingly. Act 5. No organization of Moorish America is to cause any confusion or to overthrow the laws and constitution of the said government, but to obey hereby. Act 6. With us, all citizens must proclaim their nationality, and we are teaching our people their nationality and their divine creed, that they may know that they are part and a parcel of this said government, and know that they are not Negroes, colored folks, black people, or Ethiopians, because these names were given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779 and lasted until 1865 during the time of slavery. But this is a new era of time now, and all men now must proclaim their free national name to be recognized by the government in which they live and the nations of the earth. This is the reason why Allah, the great God of the universe, ordained Noble Drew Ali, the prophet, to redeem his people from their sinful ways. The Moorish Americans are the descendants of the ancient Moabites whom inhabited the northwestern and southwestern shores of Africa. Act 7. All citizens must promptly attend their meetings and become a part and a partial of all uplifting acts of Moorish America. Moorish Americans must pay their dues and keep in line with all necessities of Moorish America. And then you are entitled to the name of faithful husband. You must support your wife and children. Wife, you must obey your husband and take care of your children and look after the duties of your household. Sons and daughters must obey father and mother and be industrious and become a part of the uplifting of fallen humanity. All Moorish Americans must keep their hearts and minds pure with love and their bodies clean with water. This divine covenant is from your holy prophet, Noble Drew Ali, through the guidance of his Father God Allah. Prophet Noble Drew Ali, peace and blessings be upon him, founding father and framer of the divine constitution and bylaws of Moorish America. And with this, I would like to now turn the meeting over to Dendra and Heka-Ptah for the reading of our chapter of the week. Islam.
Islam, God, man. Islam, family. I am Dr. Dendra and Heka-Ptah. But first, let me rise and give praises to our great God Allah. I give honors to our holy prophet, Noble Drew Ali. I give honors to Act 1. I give honors to all my government officials. I give honors to our National Sister Grand Sheik for this wonderful class this morning. And I give honors to our Council General of our Dr. Bati Bey. And at this time, I will be reading our chapter of the week, chapter 56, coming from our Holy Quran. And it reads, Holy instructions from the prophet, sincerity. O thou who art enamored with the beauty of truth and has fixed thy heart on the simplicity of her charms, hold fast thy fidelity unto her and forsake her not. The constancy of thy virtue shall crown thee with honor. The tongue of the sincere is rooted in heart. Hypocrisy and deceit have no place in his work. He blushes at falsehood and is founded, but in speaking the truth, he have a steady eye. He supporteth as a man the dignity of his character. To the arts of hypocrisy, he scorneth to stoop. He is consistent with himself. He is never embarrassed. He hath courage enough for truth, but to lie, he is afraid. He is far above the meanness of dissimulation. The words of his mouth are the thoughts of his heart. Yet, with prudence and caution, he openeth his lips. He studieth with what is right and speaketh with discretion. He advises with friendship. He reproveth with freedom. And whatsoever he promises shall surely be performed. But the heart of the hypocrite is hid in his breast. He maketh his words in the semblance of truth, while the business of his life is only to deceive. He laugheth in sorrow, he weepeth in joy, and the words of his mouth have no interpretation. He worketh in the dark as a mole, and fancieth he is safe, but he blundereth into light, and is betrayed and exposed, with dirt on his head. He passes his days in perpetual constraint. His tongue and heart are forever at variance. He laboreth for the character of a righteous man, and huggeth himself in the thoughts of his cunning. O fool, fool, the pains which thou takest to hide what thou art more than would make thee what thou wouldest seem, and the children of wisdom shall mock at thy cunning, when in the midst of security thy disguise is stripped off, and the finger of derision shall point thee to scorn. Islam, Islam, Islam. We will now turn our class back over to our National Assistant Grand Sheik, Dr. Sadua Miti El Maheji Sepsuel. Islam?
Islamism, can you hear me, Goddess and Queen?
Islam, I can hear you well.
Gratitude. Islam, Islam, Islam. Moorish America. But let us rise upon the seven and give all praises to the great God Allah, Father God Allah, and honors to his holy prophet, honors to our holy prophet, Noble Drew Ali, Al-Hajj Sharif Abdul Ali, that is. We give honors to our Moorish kin once again, here, there, and everywhere, and therefore honors to all of you who are continuously honoring yourselves by being yourselves. I want to welcome you to another Egyptian ADEPTUS Research Sultanate session. I'm your host instructor, Dr. Shahid Imane Amohadi Shabazel, and my ancient Comedian high name being the same as Dr. Shedwa Minti El Muhajir Shepsuel. And we have a powerful measure to bring on the manifest from our Father's treasures. So we encourage that our Moorish kin, have their paper and pen on handy as we hear from our scribes, bringing forth their grand drawings. So at this time, we will open up the floor so that we can hear from our scribes and get a drawing off of their presentation in relation to our assignment. Islam?
Islam.
Islam, Sister Curta Bay.
Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Dr. Dendra Ania Curta Bay. I'm going to jump on out there. So I'm going to hit present, share screen, okay, and say share, okay. I don't know what that is up there. Okay, let me get that out.
Okay, I think our Sister Curta Bay just dropped off. Give her a chance to load up. I think our brother Marvin Evans Bay dropped off as well. These Roman apparatuses is something else. Oh yeah, Moors, we already know this finna be a grand demonstration this morning. Can't wait to hear from my Moorish kin on this one right here. If people were to go back to family as well and look and pay attention to what we have put out here, it's a wealth of information when it comes to dealing with all of these expressions of the language. And in no time, they'll be able to pick up. I don't think nobody else had a quicker methodology, so to speak, when it comes to bringing people into insight as to the language as we have been able to demonstrate. Yeah, we definitely have put the measures out here. Okay, there goes Sister Curta Bay. She bite. All right, you ready, sister?
Islam. I don't know what happened. I had that other stuff up there. I guess I must have shut the whole thing down. All right, let's try this again. We'll hit present, share screen, entire screen. Okay, hit share. Okay. Okay. Do you see me in there, Dr. Shahi? Okay. Sure.
Yeah, we got you, sister.
Islam. I had everything already pulled up. Gratitude, Islam. Phew. Oh, okay. Do you see it?
Yeah, we.
Oh, you
Oh
do.
yeah, we already see you.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, we just waiting on you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Wait a minute.
Okay, you just took it down then.
Yeah. Okay. Let me do this again. Come on, thing. Now I worked hard on this thing. All right.
All right, we got you in there again.
Okay. I'm trying to see how do I pull up my I got it already pulled up, my homework. Okay, let's do it like this. Okay. Can you see it now?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we see you.
Okay. I just do it that way then. All right, family. Our homework assignment was we was to use the Lord's Prayer in this Coptic language lecture.
Okay, pardon self, sister, you can blow it up a little bit, just enlarge your screen.
Okay.
We see it, but it just ain't enlarged.
Okay.
You gotta open your page up wide.
Okay. Screen. And
Still kind of small. You just gotta adjust your percentage on it. There you go.
yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Okay.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, that better?
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Islam family. Again, our first assignment was to use the Lord's Prayer in this Coptic language lecture source, and the God Man had sent us a link to get that has all that in there. The Coptic language lectures and stuff. And number two, the second assignment was you said you wanted us to use your Arabic dictionary and any beginning, middle, and ending chart of your choice to aid you in identifying the Arabic letters in the Lord's Prayer. And so what I did, as you can see, family, this is the chart that I chose. This is my Arabic chart that I chose to follow right here, and we was to pick out. We was to identify Arabic letters in the Lord's Prayer. So my first Arabic letter that I picked out was okay. I went to the Lord's Prayer, and the line I picked out a one line, and it reads, "And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us." And so, but we were supposed to be picking out the Arabic letters, and so what I did is I started with this first word right here, and I went letter by letter to identify them, and this is the first word right here, and as we all know, that is the A, leaf, and you can see it right here in the initial, and then the separate mines had some of them have isolated or separate, up there for the alphabet. But as you can see, that is the A in the Arabic. And then I went to this one right here. And some of these was a challenge for me to try to recognize because they look like they might be the same, but it was just a challenge for me. Some of them I didn't recognize and some of them I did. But anyway, I thought that these two things here, that they look like the W. And as you can see, to me, they are similar to the initial, the meteor, and the final, and the separate. So I went with a W for my identifying the alphabet. Them two little things look like commas. I say they was W. Wow. And then this little alphabet, this little letter here, it looked like a 0. I didn't find anything on the Arabic chart to look like that, except for this O under the isolated or the separate, because it stands alone. And I said that could be the H. And I know I get some help from my Moorish kin as we continue to go. But I was calling that little letter there a H, because this is the only symbol that I saw in the Arabic language that kind of resembled that. And then I went to the next word in that line, and this is it right here. And of course, we know that this is the A, and I didn't try to put it up here because the sentence that I chose, it got a lot of A's in it. So like I said, as we know, this is the A. And this second word, I couldn't make out what that was right there, but it looked, that's the A. And then I couldn't recognize what this was right in here. And then right here, I thought that looked like the letter. Only thing I found similar to that was the S that's in Sheen. And I thought the final letter was similar to that. I didn't know what that was. Like I say, this was very challenging for me to try to figure out what those letters were. I even went to Arabic dictionary to try to see something that was similar in there, and that was a big help. And I will continue to work on that to try to identify whatever that is. But I didn't know. I couldn't come up with anything. And maybe my Moorish kid, my other scribes, they may have it in their presentation, which will help me. So Islam. And so that's the second word. Then I went to the third word. And there again, we're using the hammer repetition. You know that is the A right here. And this right here, that looked like to me the DH. And the reason I chose that to be the DH, because it looked like it in the initial it looked like it, well, actually, it looked like it all the way across. And I could be wrong. And I know I'm going to get some help from all my family when I finish doing my presentation. But that's what I chose because it had the little dot up there and it went round like this. And so that's what I say that letter was, that was the DH. And this writing here, I said that looked like the sheen. I mean the SH, the sheen, but it looked right in there. It looked like in the media form. And like I say, they were so hard to try to see and recognize, but that's what I come up with. I blew it up as big as I could, trying to figure out what that was, after I saw the DH, to figure out what that was in there, right in there. But anyway, and then this one right here, I was kind of confident that was the M because it looked just like it to me. And so I chose that letter as the N. I think I say M. But I chose that letter as the N, which is new. All right, then next letter. So the next letter in that line, again, as you can see, you have the A again. That's a leaf. You can see it. Like I say, using the hammer repetition. This one was kind of hard because I didn't see anything in the Arabic chart. Maybe my Moorish kin did. I didn't see anything in the Arabic chart that looked like this little part right here. But this part coming here, I hope y'all can see my cursor. That looked like a Y, and you got the little thing right there. So I called that a Y. But like I say, I did not see anything right here in the Arabic chart to help me to figure out what that one was. And like I say, I know I'm going to get some help from my Moorish kin with that. And the sixth word was right here. These look like little commas. Then I say that was the leaf. That was the leaf. The little commas, the sixth word. So the first word I said that looked like the R, Ra, right here, right here. And like I said, I was calling this letter a leaf, the A. And then you got the same thing here, but it's got a dot on it. And I say, well, that can't be an R. At first I thought it was an R. Then I say, no, it's got a dot on top of it. And I didn't know the rules. I didn't know if that dot, I'm still learning the rules. So I went down to the Z. Z. And I say that looked just like the Z to me because it's got the dot and it's got the little curl there. And so I chose that to be the letter Z. And then this little thing right in here, family, again, I got stuck because I didn't know what that was in there. But when you trace it on around like that, I said that looked like the W to me. This little part right here, like I say, I'm anxious to get some help to see if I'm, where I'm missing it at, because I didn't see a whole letter in the alphabet and in the Arabic chart that resembles this. So I kind of broke it down. And like I say, this little part here, I didn't know what that was, but it looks like to me like that's a W coming off of whatever that is right there. And then the next letter in the Lord's Prayer was the I say that was a S. And the reason I said that was because that was the sheen. Because to me, it kind of, that's the S. It kind of looked like that. And, but like I say, we'll see if I got it right. So my next letter, 7 and 8. Now that seventh letter in that line, only thing I knew in that line was the A, the leaf. I didn't have a clue of what this was. I didn't see anything in the Arabic chart. I tried going to the dictionary, looking in the Arabic dictionary, looking in the back, seeing if I saw something there, and I couldn't find it, y'all. So I don't know what that is. I didn't find anything in the chart. So I only knew one letter in that word, and that's this one right here. And I say that's a leaf. And my last word in that line, right here, this is it right here. I tried looking to see. I say that is the L, and the reason I identified that as the L, as you see it coming up, the little hook, and then it's got a dot. Well, I went over here, and it's backwards too. And but I say, that still could be it, even though it is backwards. I remember doing some of it with some of the other languages. We had said that they could be backwards, but I don't know if that rule applies to the Arabic or not. So, and then with the little dot right here, I say if you flip that over, then that would be just like that. It will have the little dot. So that's why I call that the L. And then this little thing right here, I went to my chart, my Arabic chart, and that looked, the closest thing I could find to that was this right here, the H. And it looked like it's got a little something in the middle of there right there. And that looked like that. Excuse me. That looked like that there. So I called that letter H. And then this one right here, I wasn't sure. So I said, you know what? I ain't going to try to even guess that one. I thought about it. It might have been, I think it was Ein or something, but I say, no, I don't know what that is. I'm going to wait till I get in class and maybe some of my family can help me with that. And then coming on over here, you can see, I say they're starting right here, starting right in here. I say that was an N, noon. As you can see, the little, it's got the dot. I say that was an N right here on the end. But the rest of these to right here, I couldn't figure them out. So Islam. And then the our third assignment was it says choose as many lines or words of your choice in the Lord's Prayer and make a one-for-one comparison between the Heka-Ptah, the Coptic, and Arabic letters using your knowledge of sound shifting where necessary to make clear the transliteration. And what I did, family, was I did just a few because I wasn't sure about the alphabet, if I had got my alphabets right. But I did do a few that I was comfortable with you say do a comparison. And so I did this one right here, the A as in a leaf. And the comparison is in the Arabic it's a long line, and that's a A, and it's called Aleph. But in the Coptic, this is the A right here, and the Coptic A is called Alpha. And then the next one I picked out was this one right here. What I was kind of comfortable with is saying that was an N, and in the Arabic that is called Nun. But in the Coptic, That end, it looks like this. That end is called Ni, N-E-Y, in the Coptic. And also it's called Ni, N-E-I. And you can see that's the sound. I don't you have the word the I and the Y is interchangeable. That's why you see in the Coptic, one of them have the Y, N-E-Y, and one of them you can do it as N-E-I. That's because the Y and the I is interchangeable. And so that's my measure, family. That's what I have. And I'm going to let my instructor come and show me what I help me. Islam.
Islamism. Well, all is well, sister. Praise be to Allah. We give honors to you for your due diligence. And yeah, a lot of it, once you really look into it, you can actually like kind of fact check your lines by the transliteration that you have up here. And that would be, we give honors to you for your drawing powerful measure, especially dealing with the sign shifting and going into the detail of the alpha and the aleph. Very powerful, which we can see that right there between the F and the P. But a lot of them, if you were to go from left to right with the Arabic and right to left with the Coptic transliteration, sign for letter, you would see that the O, for example, would be interchangeable with the A in the way that they putting it out there. The way they say Owu, and you'll see the A, W, W, and that's the H at the end.
Okay.
The other W carried on over into the H.
Right.
So that's the Awu, and they just place AWWH, and then in the Coptic is OWWOH. So that's the way they did it. And then if you come over with the Arabic, you'll see the A was interchangeable with the E, and then that's M coming behind that, and then you have P in between that.
Right.
You see, and then we have E.R. So it's like ampere.
Ampere. Okay.
And then the next word, which is enten, ampere, enten on it. That's actually one whole word. You'll see the A in the Arabic over there, and then you'll see the N behind that, and then you see the T in the middle form and the N over there. So you see what I'm talking about, the word that I'm pointing out right now?
Yeah, that one there.
To the right in the Arabic, move your cursor over there on it.
This way?
Yeah, that one right now. Now go to it in the Arabic. It's your third word over.
Down here?
No, up top. Yeah, right there. That's it. So you just go over to the next word.
Oh, okay, got you.
And then you see the A right there. And then go to the E in the next word in the Coptic. Ikun. See it? Yeah. So the E right there, they interchangeable with A. Then the K is the next word. You go down to the Arabic.
Okay.
Yeah, back to the same word you was in.
Right here.
And to the second letter. The one on the right.
This way?
Yeah, that's the kun. That's kun. That's KH right there in Arabic. Then you go with the two O's in the center. Instead of them putting O, they just put a U right. I mean a W there for itself, the wall sound. Right. And then the next one after that is N. So you can pay it like that. And it's the same way you go to the next one and go to the next word. In the Coptic, you got the A, which is interchangeable with the E. Then that's the P right there in between. Yep. And then that's the Y. And that's interchangeable with the I. Right. And then it carries on over into the next word, which is one with it. They separated it kind of.
Yeah.
That's R, and then A, and then Z, and then after the Z, you got the M, and then you got the W, which is interchangeable with the O again.
Uh-huh.
Then you got the S. See?
Uh-huh.
And then you got A on the next word. Yeah. Right.
A-U.
And then you got L, right? Two L's actually. And
Uh-huh.
then you got
A again.
yeah, A at the top. That's the diacritical mark. They put it in there. And then
Oh,
the next word is namen,
no, man.
and that's the N right there in the beginning stage. Then you got the A coming off of that upward. And then you got the H, and then you got the M and the E, which is interchangeable with the Y and N. So that's basically how you would go on the one for one with it.
Oh, okay.
But you did a good job, nevertheless, in identifying just those words down there you have there
Right.
and dealing with the sound shifting. So all is well. It's a process.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Islam, and that's gonna help you do it though by comparing that one for one. It'll help you memorize
Right.
the letters quicker, so to
Oh,
speak.
yes, yes, yes. That's a big help the way you explain it. I definitely go back and listen to the playback
Oh
and
yeah,
follow the example there.
oh yeah. All is well. All is well. Praise be to Allah. Gratitude for the measure.
Islam, gratitude.
Islam. All right. Well, all right. Next scribe.
Let's see,
Islam.
stop sharing my screen.
Hey, Islamism, Brother Bati Bey.
Islamism.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Entire window. Islam. Okay, so
Islam.
um that second part was comparing a Copta with the I didn't get around and getting um this kind of kept me busy. Let me see which one I got. There we go. This one kind of kept me busy. And this is a chart I had before trying to line up the letters, and I realized that I didn't even when I did this chart. This was last week or the week prior, and I don't think that the Coptic that I have it in abjad order. So that was the second part of the assignment to compare the letters, but not in this. But I was just showing that. So let me get down to the assignment. Okay, bam. I'm gonna close this out and full screen. Bang. All right. And so when I did you see, we got the Lord's Prayer right here. And I went to, I couldn't really read those. I couldn't really read it was kind of blurry for me when I tried to copy it on here. So I went in and got a different, got the actual text and got the text so where I could see the alphabet in here. And I did this first part, which is our Father who are our Father. Let me read that part again because I'll make sure I got this right. Our Father who art in heaven. That's what it says. And when I was going over the alphabet, and you see I had that chart where it had the middle and the ending and start form or initial form of the Arabic, and I seen this. I knew this was ah, and this was B. That was a B and B, but I didn't. in the Coptic, it's AB.
Oh, pardon self, brother Bati Bey. Just a correction. That's not a B. That's an N.
This is the N.
Yeah, because
Oh,
the B would always be on the bottom.
so I get I translate that wrong then.
Dot to B is always on the bottom. Yes, sir. That's N always on the top. Islam.
Yeah, then I translation. Then I translated most of this. Hold on, I got to bring that chart back up now. Where's the chart? Let's 1 second. I got to bring that chart back up. Pardon about it. Because I want to make this as E.A.R.S class. Boom. No, that's not it. Middle in this one. 1 second. Just saying it. Another app there. What's this in? No. Excuse me. Let me find. I gotta find this. Where I just had it up. Where the alphabet is. Oh, that's on assignment. Never mind. Close that out and just go back to the assignment. And so this right here. And said praises and honors are already given. And so when I don't know why I chose that as being the B then, and maybe I was thinking too much into the Mediterranean commit. I think I was thinking that maybe that is because it got the same it has the same look. So when I was going over, I don't know why I chose B. I don't know why I chose B on that one. And that says and you said it says N noon, and that would be a noon in what form? That would be the N in what form? On that first one, Islam. Okay, so let me get to the let me get to this. So like I said, I translated that wrong then because I thought that was a B, and obviously it wasn't the B. And I think I got this one as this is where I got the I believe it was the IB.
Self, blow it up real quick, brother Bati Bey.
Yeah, I believe this is what
all the way out. You see that right there? That's the N in the beginning form right there.
Okay. And I got this.
That's actually a T that came before that too. There's 2 dots. I thought it was 1. That's 2 right there. On that one behind the A. Right there, yeah, in there.
Oh, okay.
See the one to the left of the A?
One to the left of that. This one right here?
Right there. That's a T. That's TA. That's ATA, and then that's NA. The way you got it up there. Look like 2 N's, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, that was a misquote on mine. So then I guess this is where I got the
that's ADI.
This is ID.
ADI, yeah. That's a DH right there. That's not a N right there next to it.
Okay.
See the curvature on it. That's what you differentiate, and that's in the last form of the DH, or sometimes ZH, they say, or sometimes TH. ADI.
The craziest thing is that this part was where I got the IB or the AB, and then the other part I have AD, and the pronunciation Dal I, ADI, and I was just going through trying to see if I knew what the letters were. AD,
Yeah, the I is interchangeable with that Y. That's really a Y. But
Y. Yeah.
you can,
Okay.
yeah.
And this was a W.
No, that's actually a Fa. That's a letter F. Yeah, if it wouldn't have the dot on the top, then it'll look like a W. Yep.
Yeah.
But that's actually Fa.
Okay, and that's and that like so that I tanked that one. I ain't gonna I take that one. And so then I did this one down here, which was and these were kind of side by side. So I know this was the L. This was Lam, and I believe that's I. That's a
No, that's Allah. Allah.
Allah.
Yes, sir. Pardon, self.
Okay, yeah, I'm
No M in that one, brother.
no
You
the
might have
letter.
put the alphabet in there. You just spell Lam out, is what
Yeah,
you know. Lam is definitely there, but it's actually the L that you extracting from the Lam.
yeah,
Yes, sir. Go
yeah.
ahead,
That's
brother.
that's how I was doing it. I did the phonetical sound as opposed to the
Yeah,
letters, so I remember how to pronounce.
yeah.
And so
That's what happened. You doing the phonetic. You doing the whole phonetic sound. So you have to take the first letter,
okay.
out of it, and then that will make the actual alphabet. Go ahead, brother.
And this so L, and I believe that was that a T?
Yeah, that's a T.
That's a
T
T.
U actually.
To you.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
I
that
see the
goes
sukoon on the top up there.
okay, and then I got this as a Q. Cough. This letter right here, because I didn't know the line. I don't remember the line above the alphabet.
No, that's actually a whatchamacallit, a got I ain't type letter. I ain't.
So L, okay, LTA I, and then I have and I should have did it this way because it's now I'm kind of
That's R.
R.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have it. I did it how I thought it was, and I guess yeah, this is wrong. So yeah, I'll stand down on this and I'll redo it and present it because yeah, I didn't have this down. I thought I had it I thought I was looking at it in the right context that I did. Islam.
Oh yeah, Islamism.
Islam.
Praise be to Allah.
Islam.
Yes, sir. All is well, brother. All is well.
Um
Islam, Islam. Yes, sir. No problem. No problem. Yes, sir. That's what we here for. To build, and build together. Islam. All right. Well, next scribe.
Islam.
Islamism.
Woo-wee. Praise the Lord for my scribes. Praise the Lord. Islam Moorishkin. Rising, giving praises to Allah, honor to our prophet, honor to our E.A.R.S class, to our Consul General of I.R. for opening our meeting according to law, also to our National Assistant Grand Secretary of State for reading our subject chapter for the week, honor to Act 1, and honor to our host, our National Assistant Grand Sheikh of Moorish America, Dr. Shedwa Menti Al-Mohedjed Shepsuel. Much honor to my scribes and everyone online. I'm going to present my screen. And let me know if you can see it.
Oh yeah, we see the pyramids and everything. Islamism without that schism.
All righty. Gratitude, Moorishkin. This was an enlightenment, and I'm on my kindergarten level, but I'm striving. So we had assignment: use the Lord's Prayer in this Coptic language lecture source. Then use your Arabic dictionary and any beginning, middle, and ending chart of your choice to aid you in identifying the Arabic letters in the Lord's Prayer. And number 3, choose as many lines or words of your choice in the Lord's Prayer and make a one-for-one comparison between the Heka-Ptah or Coptic and Arabic letters. Use your knowledge of sound shifting where necessary to make clear the transliteration. So this is the line that I chose from the Lord's Prayer. Give us this day and forgive us our trespasses. Okay. And I took the first 2 words. So in essence, the Arabic of this and the Arabic of that for my assignment. Now, when I, as far as this here, let me get my little, all right. The, this I stated was, it looked like a M in the initial form, meme. And then this area here, I stated it was ein in the medial form, which is right here. And then this right here with the loop in it and that I said was the fa in the final, which would have been this.
Islam, par, and 7 grand.
Yes, you already know.
You know, it's all good. You got the far right, and that would have been an actual Y in the middle.
It was a Y in the middle?
Yes, ma'am. 2 dots at the bottom.
2 dots at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Is that? I thought that was a line.
Oh, it looked like it because the way it's together. It could actually be, yep, and yep, I can see, you know, where that would have come from. But yeah, it's 2 dots. They just got them together.
So, because that was my question.
Yeah, remember they don't have the diacritical marks in that particular prayer, so to speak. You see what I'm saying? They got it wrote without the diacritical marks.
Okay.
You know, and the diacritical marks is mostly your vowels, you know, which you'll see lines on top. Some of them they'll throw it in there, but mainly it's just straight Arabic without the vowels.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, because that was my question on this. I wasn't sure, is this ein or what? Because I looked, you know, that little this piece right here, but gratitude for that. Gratitude for that, because I had a question on that one. So, all right. Now, and I have it written down, so I'm going to go back and straighten that out. Now, when it came down to choosing as many lines or words of your choice, making a one-for-one comparison, this is the Coptic, this is the transliteration, mif, and that's the Arabic. And so this M, which is this, looks like the small form because it had it in, I guess, capital and also the small form, my, as far as the Coptic is concerned. And that was the M here. Then it had this H-looking one in the Coptic, eta. And so H is actually double E with the vowel sound. And we, Y, gratitude, Dr. Shahid, that would be interchangeable with the E. And then this I looking thing here, Yoda, they said that it followed or preceded by another vowel. So that's why that was in there. And then this character here, which is a Fe, F. So that would match up with this F here. So that's how I did that in one-by-one comparison. And then the next one, this is the Arabic, which is the second word coming from right to left, because Arabic is right to left. Identifying the Arabic letters. I said, hold on, let me get my little sheet here. All right. Noon in its initial form, which is right here. And then this right here, I said that right there I said was the Aleph in its medial form right here. And then this was Noon again in its isolated form right here. Is that right?
Oh yeah, that's
okay.
oh
Praise
yeah,
the
you
Lord.
did a good job on that one. There you go.
Good gracious.
Yeah, it's
All
just
right.
working with the chart, and it become, after you look at it, it's good. But you're doing a good job.
Praise the Lord. Gratitude.
It's long.
And
Gratitude.
then gratitude. And then comparing the Coptic to the Arabic. The second word in the top line, which was the Coptic, this is the transliteration, non. So you see the nay, which is the Coptic here and the Coptic there. And that's in the Arabic, this in the initial form. And then you see this, what looks like an A in the Coptic, that's the transliteration A. And this Aleph in Arabic, and you see A is alpha in Coptic, and it takes this is the small form of it. And then this is the other N, which is Nay again, which looks like this. And then this is this other N in the Arabic. And so I only did 2 words, because no excuses. I strive to get the rest of that line done, this week coming in. So that's my assignment. Gratitude.
Oh, gratitude. Oh man, that's a grand draw, and you definitely got it. Yeah, y'all did a good job. Especially you and Curtis Bay went into it, and that's all it is, just getting familiar with certain aspects of it, so you can see word for word, and it's really prepping, our Moorish kin for the next lesson, so to speak. And so a lot of it is right there in that Lord's Prayer demonstration. And I'm gonna share my screen real quick, and I'll go back into it, and that way our family can see it again. Right here, like I said, if you just go into it, let me blow this up a little bit here. Well, I'm trying to open it up actually full screen. There we go. So yeah, like if I were to go down here in this particular area here, and I'm gonna blow it up as big as I can. Yeah, and we know that we will be reading the Arabic from right to left, always toward the heart. Notice most of the European, when they read certain stuff, they like to read away from the heart. But most of the Arabic go into the heart. So one is going in, one is coming out. So we see the A here, is being demonstrated as the letter E. You see? And then when we go into the letter F, they actually, and we do know there's a interchangeable measure between the V and the B and the P, so to speak. So this is actually what they're giving the V vibe off of right here. Even though this is not a normal expression of a letter, so it'll confuse the average person if they don't know no better. This is really a F sound here with these 3 dots. You don't normally see this with 3 dots there. This is the way that they are writing the particular Arabic, which is, a branch of the Egyptian Arabic expression, so to speak. So this is the advanced measure. Y'all doing a good job to be working with this, because we literally dealing with Arabic without the vowels, which is how it was, in the beginning. Original Arabic didn't have vowels or diacritical marks above it and stuff. So this W, for example, is interchangeable with the letter O. And sometimes you'll see that the W is interchangeable with, maybe a U or something dealing with this Coptic. You'll see it changing. So this is the L right here. And the way that they writing it out, they ain't connecting it to it. They actually dropping it off on the end. So that's the lam. We automatically can see that if we look at the actual alphabet chart. And this is H. So you see the H interchangeable here. And then you seen the medial form of the A that you picked out, Grand Secretary of State. That's Ha. You can actually see that. Then P. See, this P thing is definitely a new, but it's really interchangeable with this same symbol here, but with one dot is how you normally would see that. So, that'll throw you off too if you ain't familiar with the language. So this is said to be the P, but really this is a F. Fee is fee, but they got P there. So it ain't no big deal because we know what the sound shift is between the P and the F. So then you have here, that's Y too, by the way. You already know that. Then we go to the next one right here. We see the P again, and that's P right there. Then we see in between that P, they actually put the T here. So they actually carried this over. You can't really see an E there, but it's understood to be that because this is P, this is T, so then the E is filling in, pet. Then you have the letter H. This is the letter H right here, this little ribbon looking thing. That's the H. And then you have W, interchangeable with the O. See what I'm saying? That's the Arabic W, interchangeable with the O. Who? And then you have two W's. And so those are interchangeable with the two O's here. See right there? And okay, you come here, then you have KH. This is Ka in Arabic. And there it go right there, kin. Then see the E is interchangeable with Y again. That's that same one. Right there, we was talking about early Grand Secretary of the State where they put it together. And it can
Yes,
look
sir.
like a line if we don't really,
Yep.
they're putting it too close together, so to speak. And the digital thing is picking it up. So, yep, that's it right there. That's KH, and that's E. They saying E, but it's Y because ain't no E in the Arabic, and then you got the N, which is at the end. We can see that obviously as an N. But then that's your pay again. Then this is Y. So that's PIPY. You see? Then the E again. And see they put the A right here. You see it? And then you have the KH again. Just like you had a KH over here. See the same two letters. And that's Pie Christos. You see the Christ demonstration right here. You can see that in there. Esos like Isa. You can see that there. But not to put the cart before the horse, so to speak. Going back over here to, again, that KH. And then you have R coming off of the KH. And then you have the letter S here. You see? Christos. And then the I, they didn't put it there because there is no vowels, remember, in there. So this is the S, and then this is the T coming behind that. If you didn't know no better, you'd think this was an A close as they got them two dots together. So Christos. And then that's the T. And instead of having an O at the end, they got the U there. I mean the W there. I'm sorry about that. But then you have the S here on the end, isolated. As we already know, that's the letter S. And then we will go over here to the next one. And you have the A again, interchangeable with the parts, if I'm going the wrong way. Goodness gracious. It's actually A, and then it goes into Esos. And this is the E part itself, and that's the Y there that they interchangeable with the E. And then they have the S, and then the O is understood again to deal with the W in the Arabic. They put two O's there, so this is Esos. And they have the S on the end. It should be Isa normally, but this is they actually spelling it letter for letter. Hold up, let me take it down a little bit. Then we have Pencourse. And Pencourse, is basically seen here. This is your P. Right here, this little letter here. I'm trying to blow it up. And then you have the E, which is not seen. Almost just like how we deal with Egyptian teaching without the vowel. And this is the Y here, understood to be the E. And then the N coming behind that. So that's pen right there. This is pen right here. And then this is where we come in with the cois. you know, and they kind of put this one out there a little bit, and this is actually should have been an S from the way they putting it here. That's more like a S coming off of there, you know. But that one would definitely be hard for somebody that don't know no better, you know. You know what? This is actually S, but it's SH. This is the shin. So instead of putting that there, and we do know that the C form is like the S form in the Coptic. So we got it. Pen choice. Pen choice is how you would say it, like choice. And that's the shin. And that's the W, which comes into the O. And then you have the Y right here with those two dots again in the beginning form of the Y right here. And then you have the scene coming off of here. Scene looks just like sheen, only different you got three dots. And if you had the three dots up here, it will be sheen in the end, but it don't have the dots, but it's still seen. So that's a rule there. So basically you can 1-for-1 this and go all the way through here and just being the same here. Like right up here, you can come here. That's the E. And then you have the V. Remember I was telling you interchangeable with B. That's the O, L, L, H. You know, and then that's the H and the A and the A. You got P, P, I, P, P again. Let me blow that up a little bit so our family can see it. Okay. And then we come to E. E right here, T, T. That's H, H again. That's O. There it is, the little W looking symbol. And that's O, O, right? And then you see the other portion up here, which is still carrying out into the same thing. This is kin. That's KH, that one symbol right there, KH. And then this is E, E, N, N. This is P, I. You see it? Then we have Ech. See, that's the EK. K, we know that's a K symbol. You know, then this is that's actually KH. But then this is actually aura here. That P looking symbol in the Coptic. I, that's the S form we just went over, which is like C. Then you got T, T, O, O. That's the S again in the C. Perikitos. Christos. I, A, H. And the H is interchangeable with E. There you go again. S and C. See that S, S, S. You know, O, O. You know, taking it over again. O, O, and the S. And then we have P, P, E, E, N, N. This is the shin expression here. She. And then O, O, I, Y, S. And again, the S at the end. So you can see, and as you keep playing with this right here, you're going to become more familiar with it. You know, as you go along, the whole document can be demonstrated that way. You know, on a 1-for-1 between the Coptic and the Arabic, you know, the transliteration and then back to the Coptic as we just showed you. So Islam, grand drawing, Moorish Ken, just a powerful measure. And before we move ahead, are there any expressions that our scribes would like to bring forth or questions in regards to dealing with what we set out here? Islam. Islam, Grand Secretary of State.
Having already risen, given praise and honor we're due, I just want to say much gratitude, Dr. Shaheed, because number one, for the assignment to make me get even deeper into the Coptic and the Arabic, and number two, for going letter by letter. And even when you speak and explain in the letters, it's like dealing with the hammer of repetition. I'm still learning, you know, like, because when I was looking at where's the E's and the vowels, and I was in the back of that Arabic dictionary, you know, looking at if it's above the line and stuff like that, trying to go over the rules and things of that nature. And you just came right out and said, there's no E in the vowels. And I'm like, duh, you know, so trying to piece it together, I just give you much honor from making it plain and keeping it simple. So like Dr. Dendra was speaking about, I'm going to go back, because I have the time here as far as the area in the video. And yeah, definitely do the practicing, but at least when you were going through it this time, it wasn't totally foreign to me. I can make out bit by bit. So I'm just, giving you honor more for the instruction. Gratitude, peace and love.
And gratitude and peace and love. Oh yeah, we definitely once you get familiar, that's all it is, really, familiarity. That's the whole key to grabbing a lot of these lessons that we deal with, making ourselves more familiar with it. It don't take but a letter or two at a time. Just like we did with every other language, we learned one letter, then went on to the next letter, like with the hieratic. It's the same measure here. You go through the Arabic and look for the letter A, go through the Arabic, look for the letter B. I think that's one of the best methodologies, at least, that we could have come up with just in learning the language. Go for letter and look in that particular document. Hieratic, on the other hand, a lot of times you'll see many different expressions in them letters. It's a lot more complex than dealing with a lot of this, but they do have like the flagship letters that represent the alphabet, and when you see them, you acknowledge them as they are. So yeah, you just got really a middle, a beginning, a middle, and the ending form, and you see the ending form is the same as the alphabet itself. I always remember that. The ending form of a particular Arabic letter is always pretty much the full expression of the letter. In the middle form, you will see that particular measure, and you just identify the target letter by how many dots that you see, or how many dots that are not there, or even the shape itself. So Islam, Sister Curta Bay.
Islam. Like the goddess say, yes. When you went through it and showing me how to go from letter to letter, and what you just say, that's probably what I need to do too. Is just go alphabet by alphabet and try to recognize it like that. Like the A, B, G, D, you try to recognize, just go letter by letter. But like the goddess say, yeah, I definitely got to go back and listen to the playback, because you was pointing to some of the things, and I'm trying to look at the chart, and I'm saying, well, where's that at? Where's that at? And then when you did when you showed the goddess the Y, and it was in the media form, I think it was, and I saw that, but like I say, this stuff, it be so small in trying to figure out, if that's two dots, or is that just a mistake on the paper, or what is that, but definitely when you showed me and explained, gratitude, God, man, I hear it, but I got this. I need that. You're gonna have to use. I'm gonna have to use repetition with this one, because I need to hear it over and over and over again, and I'm gonna listen to it and look at it and look at it and get, and like I say, go letter by letter when you was calling them different things, different letters out. So gratitude. I learned a lot in this doing this assignment, and like I say, I'm gonna go back and just listen and practice and work with it.
Islamism. Yeah, and another thing too that's easy to pick up if we tap into it, so to speak. If you look here, dealing with this particular measure, you see my cursor moving right here, Sister Curta Bay?
No, and that was another thing I was wanting to see. I was gonna tell you to shiver it a little bit so I could see it. I don't see anything as of yet.
Let me reshare then. I'll come back up here and share the screen again. Okay. You see my cursor moving now?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, the key to looking at the Arabic, for example, is, let's look at it like this. Let's look at each one of these as a word block, right?
Okay.
Now, if we look, we see a separation in between these two, even though this is one whole word. The
Right.
way they putting it together here.
Mm-hmm.
So automatically in this particular style, you know that there's only one letter with this dot up here to this extent coming from the end that look like this, so that would be a letter N.
Right.
Then when you come off here, this would be the medial form. Even though it's an N form, it's in the middle of this word right here.
Okay.
So that would be the letter A. And then the way they start this off is with the whole H, but it's still there. And then this would be the middle form, So you want to always look for your middle form in the middle of the word.
Okay.
And if you see it broke up like this here, the way they got it here, in most Arabic, you ain't going to see it broke up like this.
Uh-huh.
It'll be together. But you'll be able to tell anytime it's in the middle of that word, it's Arabic. I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is a prime example. But this the way they're doing it is probably an easier way too, because when you get into actually seeing it put together a little bit, you can see it's more jumbled together. See how it is here? See, like this right here is A, this is H, this is T, this is D, this is Y, this is T, this is M, but then they had the vowels on the top. You see what I'm saying? So, this is actually a more look like a sukoon, which is the U, so this is
Did you change your
Yes.
Did you change the screen?
Oh, yeah, it didn't share the entire screen. Okay, let me go back and recheck.
Yeah, I didn't see the little cursor moving. I was gonna say shimmer so I can see it.
I thought I had shared the entire screen, but I probably would. Yeah, just say I was sharing the tab. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Okay.
This is very interesting. I want to get it. Okay. Oh,
Can you see it now?
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay.
Great.
So, for example, this is DA and this is LA. Just dealing with this here. Dadla.
Oh.
You see da, that's the A. See, the other one didn't have these marks on it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And this is what our Grand Secretary of State was thinking with this. But even here, they got them close together there too. That's a Y. See what I'm saying? That's Ya, Da, which is Yadu, Yadu, Ruh, right? Yadu, Ruh, Kum, Yadu, Rukum is the way they put it there. Let's see here. Let's see. It ain't saying it. Why not? Let me see.
يضركم.
There you go. Finally. Y'all heard it?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Like I was saying, Yadu Rukum. Right? And this, for example, this is man. This is the way you can check it too. Go to Quran.com. This will help you identify your sounds as well. This is man. See?
Man.
See what I'm saying?
Man.
And then you have Dalla. You see?
ضل.
See what I'm saying? This is Idda. This is a long A too. A here and an A there, so that's Idda.
إذا.
See what I'm saying? And then this is like ooh, or sometimes look like aha. And you can see it because it mean got it. Aha, right? Tada. Aha tada. And this is, I want to say YouTube man. The way they putting it there.
اهتديتم.
And they didn't even add the A at the end. They just stopped it at the A. So, that's a good aspect of the rule there. I don't even know why they put that on Jeem up there.
Right.
Got it there. So this is Illa.
إلى.
This is Allahi.
الله.
Right? And then this is the beginning form, M. And this symbol here is kind of throwing me off. Look like a R. So it'd be like Amer G, and that's I-kum. So if we stop it.
مرجعكم.
Yeah, Arukum. Yeah, that's how they spelled it out. But so certain measures like you got the that's J. Now this is a complex one right here, for example. See how that is all together right there? So this is J-A-M-I, right? This is the Y, right? J-A, Jami, I, and I don't know if they're gonna add the A in there, but they may. I in that.
And you know, Dr. Shaheed, as you going over this, I remember I forgot about them little old dots and lines and stuff. Those was alphabets too, right?
Yeah, these are vowels.
I mean vowels.
And
Yeah.
these are diacritical mark. Anytime it's on top, it's A.
Anytime on top is
on the bottom is I.
Oh my goodness! I see. It's been so long since we went over there. And when you just say that, it just hit me. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Okay.
That's why I say it ain't really. Once you learn it, it ain't Arabic. Ain't really hard once you learn.
Wow. Yes.
You only got two things. It's gonna always be. But if you look at a transliteration now, they'll transliterate this right here. You know, sometime it'll be an A, but mostly here you'll see a Y, you'll see E's, and depending on who they trying to, you know, even when I transliterated in the beginning to sound stuff out, I would put the letter E because that's the sound I make.
Right. Okay.
We used to making that sound in the English. You know, but like I say, this was Jami Ayin. Ayin. This is A-N right here. Anytime you see them two slashes, that's A-N. If you see two on the bottom, you know, that's more like an I-N, but, you know, you'll rarely see it, but it be there, see?
Jami'an.
See what I'm saying? Jami'an. You heard him put that an. Remember I was showing you this?
Yeah.
It usually have a little hollow spot in there, but if you see it together, it's still ein. If they put a dot, that's a gain.
Okay.
See ein, and if it's a dot, gain, if you see that symbol. That can be confused with a mean in the middle form if we ain't real familiar. See this here, like I was telling y'all too, this is F. So this is phi, right? Phi U, na B. See the B-I? That's what I was telling our brother. The B is the dot on the bottom.
Right.
B-I. See? So it's phi U, na B. See? And then this goes into a ukum from what we can see here. Here it is. Let's see. See what I'm saying?
And so, Dr. Shaheed, that little back to that word which you just went from. So that little slash, that's an A, right? At the top.
Yeah, which one? Talking about right here?
Well, go right. Yeah, that word started at the beginning.
Oh, right here?
Yeah, and at the top. Yeah, that slash. A. That's an A, right? Okay.
And this is a U right here.
That's a U. Okay. Oh
you
man.
And it go like this. Watch this. This is F-A, right? This is Y-U, right?
Yeah.
Then this is N-A, right? This is B-I. You see? That's a double. When you see that right there, that's a double.
Yeah, I remember that. You know? Oh my goodness.
That's a shada, is what they call that. See, then you come here, and then you have the U. See the U here? And then that's kum. That's why it says phi U, right? Na B and the ukum, you know, and you can hear it when I hit it. You can hear that when I'm hitting that.
That is really good.
Oh my
yeah. So you see what I'm saying?
Another light bulb. Oh my gracious.
Oh yeah. You know, and like I say, once you get used to it, it become more because repetition is gonna come in the words.
The part that gets me is when you looking at it in the I'm glad you said that the initial is the same as the end, but when I was reading trying to read it, that it's the middle form when you're trying to find the middle form, and you clarified that too. The one in the middle is in the middle form. So I'm looking at, when I look at the alphabet, I'm trying to decipher it. I'm thinking anything between the beginning and the end is middle form.
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Right. Yeah, it take a little practice, you know, and you get better the more you do it. Like I say, y'all did good because I gave y'all Arabic without vowels in it. That's advanced. That's way
Are you
more
serious?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Are
But
you
see,
serious?
yeah, I gave y'all the most advanced form because
I would have thought that was the beginning part. That the
no,
one with the vowels and stuff
no,
would be the hardest.
but when you get the vowels and you identify them, now you can sound them out. I basically gave you, like in the Coptic, the one I was showing you in the Lord's Prayer, that's more
Yeah.
like the skeleton form because it don't
Yeah.
have these marks on it where you can see the A. You got to really do it like like you do the Kemetic language.
Man.
Yeah, so this is, once you see this and you start identify, okay, everything at top is A,
A.
everything at the bottom is I. If you see two at his A-N, down here you can say I-N.
I-N. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you will see people put E in there in transliteration for mostly us, who what they consider English speaking people, to sound it out better.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Like this is B, and this is mad, be mad, be mad. You see? Let's see.
Bima.
See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then this is cool, right? This is K. You always can see that K is always distinguished. So that's cool. Hold up. I don't know why it's blowing. Okay, so that's kun, right? Kuntu, kuntum, kuntum. Is how we do that. That's the KU. That's the N right there. You see it crouched under there. That's the T and the U and the M. So you going basically here, up, in, then up. See what I'm saying? Then down here. Kuntum.
Kuntum.
See what I'm saying? And then right here, you have ta, and this is ta, 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 because it's got that ayin in there. Ta, na, luna. Top my loon is how they probably would say.
Ta'malun.
See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so, like I say, you can hear it repeating it back to you. So you can't really go wrong with this Quran.com, because every time you hit the word, it's going to, give it to you. Now, if you want to really get real advanced, you can.
أيها الذين آمنوا شهادة
You can go through it.
أيها الذين الموت تحبسونهما من بعد الصلاة فيقسمان فأصابتكم مصيبة
الموت. Go back into it. But yeah, basically, you can go into it that way too.
And that's a whole lot different when you're looking in the book as far as hear the vowels, like compartmentalize and stuff.
Yeah.
And then when you actually went into this demonstration and showed the hookup, showed the direction of how to read it. Okay, that's becoming a little bit more clarified. That's a blessing.
And like I said, it's prepping us for when we go into the Arabic. I remember we going into the Arabic after we get done with this Coptic.
And I remember these rules when we first went over the Arabic, and I was learning them, like what you say, the thing on the top and the thing on the bottom and all that. But it's been so long. But as you was talking, it just like bam, it just started coming back. I remember that. But I don't, it just didn't dawn on me. Wow. I'm excited. I'm just this.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
When you pull out your Arabic dictionary,
and
you start going over these things, and like we always show our family, y'all see one word got 40 different meanings to it.
Yes.
And this is why I tell our people, I tell people all the time, I follow the rule. And this is actually found in the Endless Bliss series of we got the Ethics of Islam, but they got the Endless Bliss series. That's a part of that same Waf Ikhlas publication. They got them all online too. I gave it to our people, all the books together. You could get these things free. Like I got the physical copies of them. They would send them to you for free. But if you go into a lot of those particular measures they was talking about when the Quran was first being translated into English, a lot of the ulama and the scholars didn't agree with it. They didn't want it to be translated into the English. They felt like, it's not honorable enough to express what Allah was saying. And this is why I say, they said it in that document. That's why I got the concept the Quran cannot be translated. Not that it can't be, but you can't say that this is authentic translation, so to speak, to the extent to where this is exactly what is meant. That's why I say Prophet Muhammad is the only one that understand the exact meaning of the text. But what we learn is an attempt to translate the text, and it actually increases us in understanding and wisdom, but it's an attempt to basically convey what was already conveyed. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like how the Christians try to make it look like the Bible done been translated. So anybody can come up here if they have a purity of heart and mind and transliterate. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to bring our Moors transliteration on the manifest. So that the Moors can get their drawing. It ain't hard. You know what I mean? It's just setting the stage, so to speak, for the way our people would be able to get this special measure. You know what I mean? And what's better expressed as well when we give it. Islam.
I didn't mean to cut you off. But when you were saying that about translating the different and how the one word have so many different meanings, and I remember hearing you say you was talking and you was teaching, and they was talking about the husband and the wife, and one person chose to say to beat the wife.
Yeah.
But then you said no, that you didn't have to choose that. He could have chose the one where says, just walk away. And that's more in line with our teaching. You don't hit no woman or nothing like that. You walk away. We taught that when I was in the church. You get angry with the goddess or whatever, take a ride, go drive somewhere, walk off, but the way you explained that was so powerful in one of your late night classes.
Yeah, I'm gonna show it right now. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about right now.
Okay.
And this is the problem right here. They choose to put beat them lightly. That's the way they choose to translate it in all these different see, this is Yusuf Ali saying it, beat them lightly. But that's the word they chose to put.
Right.
That ain't necessarily what it meant. See, here it don't say that in Pictal. It don't say beat them, it say scourge them. You know what I mean? That's another way of trying to be light about saying it. You can see that he was trying to see, it says beat them here in this one. And these are the scriptures that non-believers try to use against Islam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? See it tell them to beat their wives. And half of them probably beating their wives. You see what I'm saying? That's the crazy part about it. Half of them probably beat their women. You know what I mean? But they up here trying to criticize this in the Quran, so to speak. But this is not what the Quran is actually saying per se.
Right.
See? Like here's another measure right here. It says, refuse to share the bed, without molesting them, go to bed with them, refuse, and then it says go to bed with them when they willing. See, it don't even say that in this Ahmed Ali translation here.
Right.
It don't say nothing about beating it. So he chose a better expression, so to speak.
Right.
So when you look at
harmony in the family instead of bringing this,
right? So people will say, okay, so the Quran say this. No, this is this brother's translation of the Quran that's saying that. That ain't what it. That's what he chose to put there. That ain't necessarily what Prophet Muhammad meant, and that ain't necessary. Even though the word has a root, a link. If somebody choose that particular word, you can't blame the prophet for the word they chose to translate it. They just trying to do what they do. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna go into the dictionary of the Quran. I'm gonna show you the word in the Arabic, and really the Arabic in the Quran, and that word is kind of a stretch. It's kind of a stretch with the word that was there. This is 434. And we show this right here. And people do this though to try to dishonor the Quran. And make you think that, the teacher's saying this, but that's why it's good. This is one reason why we have to know the Arabic, like the chairman said in the Exhuming of a Nation. Because if you don't know it, people can tell you anything.
Right.
But when you just went in the Kemetic text, when you go in there and look for yourself, you see, no, man, that ain't what it said. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
And plus, you had also in your late night class was explaining that Allah gives honor to the men as well as the women. There is no distinguishing. Oh well, you two things beneath a man demonstration.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It even tell you that. I was showing them that the other night when Muhammad was speaking in his last sermon. I'm gonna show you this here. Watch this, because I'm gonna go into that one too, since we in the same measure. And look at what this brother said, and you'll see the Arabs is the one that bucked what the brother said. This is what Muhammad said. His last. This is his sermon on the mount, and this is called the farewell pilgrimage, so to speak. It says this sermon was delivered on the 9th day of Dhul Hijjah in the 10th Ahara of the Hijra. That's what that means, the Hijra. 623 AD in the Unra Valley of Mount Arafat in Mecca. It was the occasion of annual rites of Hajj. You know, it said it is also known as the farewell pilgrimage. After praising and thanking Allah, the Prophet, peace be upon him, began with these words. These are the last words of Prophet Muhammad to the Muslim now. O people, lend me an attentive ear, for I know not whether after this year I shall ever be amongst you again. Therefore, listen carefully to what I am saying and take these words to those who could not be present here today. O people, just as you regard this month, this day, this city as sacred, so regard the life and property of every Muslim a sacred trust. Right there, that means don't be hurting your Muslim brothers.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Don't do that. He telling you right there. So that lets you know a lot of Arabs out of line right there.
Yeah.
That lets you know the one that participated in the slave trade wasn't following Prophet Muhammad right there.
Mm-hmm.
It said when you commit a sinful act in Islam, you no longer a Muslim. Not when you're doing that. If you robbing and you Muslim and you go rob, you ain't a Muslim when you robbing that.
That's right.
That's what it teaches, you know. So it says return the goods entrusted to you. It says to their rightful owners. It says hurt no one so that no one may hurt you. Remember that you will indeed meet your Lord and that he will indeed reckon your deeds. You see, he said Allah has forbidden you to take usury. This is another thing. Muslims don't supposed to inflate prices on stuff. They do it because they say, well, we're in an un-Islamic but when they know you Muslim, they automatically supposed to give you the deal for equal value. Or they are committing haram. This is sinful. See, Allah forbidden you to take usury. Therefore, all interest obligation shall henceforth be waived. You see that? That means if you go to a dealership, they supposed to give you that car at a direct price. They don't supposed to put all that interest on there because you Muslim. See what I'm saying? Your capital is yours to keep. You will neither inflict nor suffer any inequality. It says Allah has judged that there should be no interest and that all interest due to Abbas ibn al-Muttalib be waived. And he was saying the brother that they was trying to put interest on, he was telling him to waive his interest. If he ain't going to be here, waive the interest of this particular brother. It says every right arising out of homicide in pre-Islamic days is henceforth waived. And the first such right that I waive is that arising from the murder of Ribba ibn al-Haritha. So he was saying basically leave them alone. Don't hurt them. Don't kill them people. You see what I'm saying?
So why in the Shahada they got mercy killing?
That ain't in no Shahada, brother.
That's what they're purporting.
That's what they saying. That comes from them hadiths that they create. The Quran don't say that though.
Yeah, I ain't never seen it in the Quran, but that's what they.
It's not, and that's the problem, and that's what I've been going. When I addressed this the other night, that's what I showed our people. The Quran condemns hadith outside of the Quran. You see what I'm saying? And this is what it's a lot of Muslims now coming into it. You know that the hadiths is what caused the confusion. Nothing wrong with keeping Muhammad's history, but you had some people interject certain things into the hadith. And most of these wasn't even full Muslim. They were just Persians.
And that was like them doing a how the different versions of the Bible.
They remixed the teaching. You see? And a lot of Muslims turn away from, the hadith. I wouldn't say turn away from it altogether, because it's certain things, if it corresponds, this is what I say. They like to use the term hadithi qudsi. And this means holy hadith. It cannot be a holy hadith if Allah don't back it. In other words, if you see something in the hadith and it corresponds with the Quran, okay, that's just reiterating what's already in the Quran. So it's acceptable. So you can call it hadithi qudsi. But you can't write nothing and then say this is hadithi qudsi, because it ain't holy if Allah didn't touch it. If Allah didn't reveal it, it ain't holy. You see what I'm saying? And that's why Muhammad told them to burn the hadiths. In the hadiths, he said, basically, don't write nothing from him but the book of Allah. He said, narrate his life. In other words, speak it from mouth to ear. You see what I'm saying? Because he didn't want the hadith getting tangled up with the Quran. That's what he said. And then they wait 200 years after he passed form and create a book. Anyway, so that's why I say the Arabs was the one that actually challenged the law. When Allah said, if you think you got some truth or whatever, produce something better or something like it. The unbelievers didn't produce the book. It was people saying they was Muslims that actually went, they ain't looking at it like, but they the one challenged the law. And so you had the brother Rashad Khalifa, who wrote the number 19 Quran, and in the 19 Quran dealing with mathematics, he showed that it exposed how the hadiths were innovations with the number 19 code. And he showed what he was saying. He was the messenger of the covenant, correcting the errors in the book. They killed him for that. Over in Philadelphia, he got killed in the United States.
Wow.
They assassinated that brother for that book. But it didn't stop his teachings, because you got whole groups up now. They called the United Semitters. And the sister in the Nation of Islam was studying under that brother a long time. Sister Tanyetta Muhammad. That's why in that newspaper Final Call, they had the number 19. That come from Rashad Khalifa.
19 keys.
Yeah, that's where a lot of that come from. You see, Rashad Khalifa was right. And that's why Elijah said in one of his books, one book was being written for the Orthodox world and one was written for the nation. A lot of people didn't pick up on that. But that was Rashad Khalifa book. I got it up there. I studied it years ago. And in that book, he talked about the unison, the unity or whatever of people. Like you can be a Muslim, Buddhist, Muslim. He went into all that right there, saying Islam pretty much encompass unity. And the number 19 showed the unity. 9 and 1. 1 represents Alpha, 9 represents Omega in the numerical system. Then you got the 19 angels over hell. You also have like chapter 19 in the Piscean record. He was showing how this sequencing, deals with it all. And they got a lot of it out there, the appendix of that information, and expose certain things they were saying about the prophet as being lies. A lot of the hadith, that number 19, he did it with a computer, brother. I don't know what made him tap into it, but he tapped into it and exposed everything that had been added to the Quran that wasn't supposed to be there.
So which is the best Quran to have?
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. All of them, again, are attempts of translation. And if you want to study, I say get every translation you can if you're serious in the study, because I got Yusuf up there. I got the number 19. I got,
I got Milana.
I got a couple of them, and I study in comparison. But they got them right here on the line. You can see they right there. You know what I mean? It don't matter which one you get. But the main thing, we got our own Moorish interpretation. That's what I'm saying. We're going to have our own version of Quran in the way we demonstrated. But as of now, just studying all of them is good. There are more measures that was important in here too, that the brother said to them that they didn't look. He said, "Oh, men, the unbelievers indulge in tampering with the calendar in order to make permissible that which Allah forbade." He said, the European are the people tamper with the calendar. He says, and to prohibit what Allah has made permissible. It says, with the months are 12 in number. 4 of them are holy, they are successive. It says, and one occurs singly between the months of Jumada and Shaban. But then he says, beware of Satan for the safety of your religion. He has lost all hope that he will be able to lead you astray in big things. So beware of following him in small things. So that's how it is, get a little crevice and a crack or a door that you don't observe. Next thing you know, I got you now. Basically it says, oh people, it is true. Here it is right here, that you have certain rights with regard to your women, but they also have rights over you. See, they don't talk about this right here. You don't hear them talking about that. They make it seem like, oh, the women ain't got no rights. It tell you right here, and in the book Reliance of a Traveler, it go deeper into this and tell you the rights that the woman have. So it ain't no man just ruling over no woman. That's a lie from what Muhammad said. You see what I'm saying? All that other stuff is what they have, created after Muhammad. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it says, remember that you have taken them as your wives only under Allah's trust and with his permission. If they abide by your right, it said, then to them belongs the right to be fed and clothed in kindness. Do treat your women well and be kind to them, for they are your partners and committed helpers. It is your right that they do not make friends with anyone of whom you do not approve, as well as never be unchaste. Now, some people would think that's, oh, she can't be friend with who she. No, that ain't what they're saying. But no man is finna let his goddess go out there and just be with anybody willy-nilly. If it's a good sister, like that's a good sister for you to be with. He ain't gonna let her go out there with a woman of the world.
And if she's demonstrating her Islamic mindset, she's not going to want to demonstrate that either.
She ain't gonna want to demonstrate it either. That's right. And it's just what going on in the protecting fact that they try to make it look like somebody being controlled. That's the thing. Like, baby, I don't think, that right there is a good idea right there. That one, and they think, oh, this is some jealousy. No, you don't even supposed to let the goddess go out there unattended, so to speak. Right. She got you to protect her.
Right.
That's right.
That's how it's supposed to be. But this is what he left behind, but they don't push it like that in the media. They push it like, oh, the women can't do nothing. They got to do this. And if somebody is carrying it that way, Prophet Muhammad didn't teach that.
Right.
That's what we got to stop. I be trying to tell people, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Because somebody else is misinterpreting what Jesus taught or what Muhammad taught. You don't get mad at them.
Right.
That's like, for example, all of us have seeds we raised up. We taught them right.
Yeah.
Can't nobody blame us if our seed choose to go astray and do something other than what we taught them.
That's right.
Right. Say it's on the parent. No, if the parent taught you right, because
that's right,
they can have the mother and the father.
Right.
And they'll still go off the path. That don't mean they bad. That mean they'll probably come around. That's the lesson they got to learn.
There you go.
But you can't control if they chose to go into a particular area. That ain't on you. Right. You taught them love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice.
There you go.
You understand? But that's the way people think. And that's why I say you cannot condemn any prophet because they people chose to mix the truth with falsehood and choose to do what they want to do. And that's what's going on with a lot of these people that's rejecting the teachings. Oh, this is what they teach in the Bible. No, that's what they say they taught in the Quran or this book and that book. That ain't what them prophets taught.
That's right.
Stop lying on the prophets and look at what they said as opposed to what the people say. Then you'll get it right.
And you can also see that in this era of time where you have some brothers, and we're not, making a blanket statement over all brothers, but I mean, some that may have come in through different doors of Islam, thinking that, I tell you what to do, sit down in the corner, what have you, and don't say nothing. And then it brings a bad taste of Islam, especially coming from a sister's perspective. Like you think you're supposed to be the end all be all, sit down, shut up, don't say nothing. And then, they our people may attribute that with the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, but that nothing's further from the truth. Right.
They do it to both of them. the Prophet Noble Ali, and they gonna get Prophet Muhammad first because they gonna think of him when they hear Islam. So Prophet Muhammad said
Yeah.
the Quran justifies sleeping with 6-year-old. Show me that in the Quran.
That's right.
Right.
Ain't nowhere in there, and they don't know. I know this book. You understand? I know the Grand Quran, even though I don't push it out. I know it, so you can't tell me anything. That's why I be like, show it to me.
Or
That
the
comes from
right.
the hadiths.
Yeah.
That is
other
not
one was
in
the
no
72
Quran.
virgins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's another thing. All that's interpretation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All that's really interpretation and translation. And see what it is, our people, when they basically want to have opposition, they looking for anything
That's
to
right.
try to tear down and drag out the foundation.
Mhm.
They don't care whether it's truth or not. Because I say it like this, I ask this question. This what killed the whole conversation. You say Muhammad don't exist. It's fake. So then if that's the case, then how can him say beating the wives be true, that he passed it if you believe he didn't exist? That don't make sense. If you say Muhammad fake,
Make it make sense.
Muhammad fake,
Yeah, make it make sense.
yeah. If you say Muhammad fake, he don't exist.
Right.
Then when did he say kill the unbelievers?
Right.
Because he didn't exist. Was he a ghost? I mean, no. Basically, what they're doing, Muhammad exists when they want to make him look bad.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Yeah,
That's
you
You
know
know what I mean? But they can't do that with Prophet Noble Ali because we know he existed.
Yeah, we do.
We know
Yes.
Muhammad existed.
Mhm.
And it's the same thing with Jesus. They say he didn't exist, but he exists when you go on to assassinate the character.
That's
Mhm.
right.
Moses didn't exist, but you say that Moses went in there and killed innocent people, however they do it, out of Israelite, but you say they didn't exist.
Right.
That don't make no sense.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there should be a red flag for anybody that's listening. That means they disrespecting your intelligence, and they gonna do it, and they believe you ignorant enough to take that foolishness in. That's an insult for
Yeah.
somebody to do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Dr. Shaheed, this is a powerful class. So
Yes.
I know I needed this. And somebody out there need to hear this too. I tell you, this is so powerful because coming out of Christianity, I don't understand all of what Islam talks about. But since I've been in this government, I know the 5 highest principles in this land. I bet you did.
That's right.
You can line it up and see if that lining up with what the great God Allah say. Some of this stuff, all you got to do, the prophet say, if I can just get you to think. If he can just get you to thinking, you'll see. You can see the falsehood in that. Woo,
right. They got a lot of them people be talking about, well, if you don't go through the hadith, how would you know the prayers? And they don't know Muhammad taught the prayer form before the hadiths was written.
See
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
To the Arabs, the way they did it, and we showed y'all that comes straight up out of Kemet.
Right.
We showed you that come, and that to us, that's really no more than a form of yogic expression. No different than dealing with yoga posture. It's good for the bones, to be honest with you, if you do it. You just don't get in no enemy territory and be out there.
That's right.
Right.
Because they killed Ali while he was making salat. Muslims did that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? When they went to war with each other, he told them in this same thing to love each other, not fight. Soon as he died, and Allah, there's one thing in the Quran where he told Muhammad, he said, they are Bedouin Arabs and they are hypocrites among you. You don't know who they is, but I know who they is. And it was some of the ones that was companions of Muhammad was saying they knew these people and they wanted to take them off the count. Because we see some enemies in the ranks. And Muhammad told them, they said, La ilaha illallah, so they are your brothers. Right. They said there's no God but Allah, so they're your brother. In other words, we ain't gonna be suspicious. He knew that was the case. And right after he passed for him, it was these same people that had accepted Islam on what they considered the rest, because they still wanted to be in the paganry. And it was these ones that started the fitna. In the conflict that started the Shiite and the Sunni war. You see what I'm saying? And so it went on here, what he was saying, people, listen to me in earnest, worship Allah, say your 5 daily prayers during the month of Ramadan, give your wealth. It says in zakat, perform hajj if you can, and them 5 pillars. But it says all mankind is from Adam and Eve, and Arab has no superiority over a non-Arab. A non-Arab has any superiority over an Arab. He says, so a white has no superiority over a black. And watch what he say here. And nor a black has any superiority over a white except by piety and good action. You see how he distinguished that?
Mhm.
You see? In other words, he know most of us, the melanated, our superiority come in our ability of being pious.
That's right.
Even our people that's ignorant know how to submit to the European authority, so to speak, but they doing it out of fear. You see what I'm saying? Most of our people, though, we don't carry no hatred in us. Just hating the people just for the sake of it. But we got people that really hate us to take us off the count. You know what I mean? It's just like not in our nature. That's why you'll see our people hanging out with Europeans all the time, trying to be accepted by them.
Right.
But most of the time, European gonna let you know we don't accept you.
That's right.
We'll
Right.
get you around it, but we're gonna make a few jokes here and a few jokes there
Mhm.
Yep.
to let you know, that you still over there. Key. I'm just being funny. No, that ain't funny.
That's
there.
right.
Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth
know,
will speak.
And a slave will sit amongst that right there. And this is what happened, even in a relationship. When that European brother, as they would call themselves, get with that European sister, either she gonna sway him to become more Asiatic in conscience, or he gonna sway her to become European in conscience. That's how that interracial going. And it's the same thing with a woman. If it's a European woman and an Asiatic brother, that European woman gonna sway that brother into being more European, or he gonna sway her to being the more Asiatic. It's gonna go one of the ways. You can believe it.
Yeah.
And most of the time when you have our people that's going against us, what I found when I used to be going back and forth and having these discussions in the dismal crypts, they're like, we would be sitting there and we'd be talking, and I say, brother, your mentality, I can tell I ain't even said nothing about these people, but you feel like us teaching the truth had to be hating them. I say, open up your locker. I say, I bet you got a European picture in it. I would say that to them. We'll be sitting face to face. And they would open it up and they would literally have a Europe. I said, that's what your problem is. I said, you can't accept this truth because you don't want to have a baby from this woman. I said, you ain't being disrespectful to your child, but now you feel some type of way with somebody speaking because you done mixed in with that demonstration.
There you go.
And that's what's going on with our people when they be trying to I got a European auntie, so to speak, by marriage.
Yeah.
But she don't like Europeans though. That's the difference. She from Holland. An auntie named Marika. My uncle married her, and she do not like Americans.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a difference in that mindset or whatever, but she's still a European by marriage.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you something. She caught a lot of flack from my auntie now. They did not. She was crying and everything. Cause they would get up there and go at my uncle like, you married a white one. You know what I mean? So she had it hard.
Yeah.
She had it hard. You hear me?
Yeah.
So I'm just being honest with you. But that was my auntie Marika. They done divorced now, but I got cousins over there.
Yeah.
So and that's what I'm saying though. It all go into different areas, family. Me personally, I'm gonna just be honest with you. I have no hatred toward the people, but I couldn't see myself with a European woman.
No.
It's just like the thought is not even there. So I don't know what brothers get caught up on. I don't hate them or nothing. I ain't got nothing against them, but I just can't see myself crossing that type of barrier.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have going on. Maybe that's something that will put in my mechanism or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't see them no type of way. They can't woo me. They be trying. When you go out about, I mean, all right, I hear you. All right, ain't nobody paying attention to that fool.
Dr. Shaheed,
waving their hand like they blowing over there towards you. You better wave your hand on back over there doing the hula. You on back over there somewhere. All right, ma'am. Can you grab them cards I just asked you for right there? I didn't ask you for nothing else.
That's
That's
right.
exactly right.
Give me what I came for. Islam.
Dr.
Islam.
Shaheed, didn't they say, you know, when a European mixed with an Asiatic, one of us, don't by us having children with them, don't we, because we the dominant seed, don't we kind of eliminate their
Yeah.
race?
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
cancel them out. If we keep doing that, it gonna cancel them out. But see, they think that's what they want. They thinking that's what they want to do. They thinking they want to make a mixed breed.
Uh-huh.
You know, like we was talking about J. Edgar Hoover earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yes.
know, it's a
Is-
couple more presidents that was mixed breed.
Yes.
Is-
You know, way before Obama.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't nothing that just happened with him. It's been going on. You know,
It's
go
being
ahead.
being in Iowa, and this is 90% European state.
Mhm.
And I have dated European chicks,
Mhm.
and I would tell them my wife has to be a sister. That's and I let them know up front. I'm just a blunt. I was blunt like that, and so a lot of times it's a status symbol for them, and it's a status symbol for us. And even if you hear or what we think is a status symbol, and what they try to say now is that they want their bloodline to survive over. They want their bloodline to survive, so they want to mix and intermingle in order for their bloodline to last, because they know that they're getting canceled out. And so a lot of times when you're seeing that, the most of the European chicks, they didn't only wanted to make their dad mad. That's the whole point of it, to make their dad mad and try to get revenge on their daddy.
Yeah, and they dad be trying to take you off the count too.
Low key, and you don't even know it.
Because you know that's why they created the Klan. They say they created the Klan because the brothers was supposed to have been taking their women, but really it was the women going after the brothers and then threatening them. I'm gonna tell Master if you don't come on, you know. And so that was the problem, you know. And so when we get into that dynamic, yes, definitely it's a cancel culture apparatus, so to speak, you know, going on between that measure. And so it's definitely a bad situation. And brother don't know, you get caught up in that situation, how you have sisters, you know, that may get upset with you and call wrong. When that European called wrong and she go in her Karen mode, you know, they finna come in there and whoop you up and do something bad to you because they already don't like you with her anyway.
They gonna whoop
So
you
she'll
up just
use
because
that
you were
to
there.
control you.
Woo.
Your fear of wrong.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
They're gonna whoop you just because you was with her. Even the police, you know what I'm saying, around, if they see, most of the time when they see it, and they'll try to play like it's not a problem, but you see how even with European friends, the police would ask them when something went down, when I had a riot charge and a girl got hit by a car and we chased the car down, whatever, and they asked the police asked the dudes that were with us that were European, did he make you do it?
See what I'm saying?
So it's not just even in a relationship with a female, it's all the way around the board.
That's right. That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? And so that's why I had to, that's why I'm glad I got the goddess I'm with now. You know what I'm saying? And and it's just everything copacetic. So Islam.
Right.
Islam.
Praise be to Allah. You
Islam.
know, Islamism without the schism.
Mm.
And yeah, so it was more measures in here, and this is like the end portion of it, where the brother was saying it's just good to show that Muhammad never taught, this racism that we see being demonstrated by the Arabs. We see as Arabs, they say they're Muslim, but they don't care nothing about no Asiatic Muslim or Muslim. They don't care nothing about that. They only care about themselves. They won't greet you or none of that stuff. You know what I mean? They sell pork to our people. They sell alcohol, and some of them are what the young generation call the drug plug. Right here in the city, Arab Muslims is doing this. So they can miss us with all that holy roly stuff. We giving it to you uncut.
I'm gonna tell you, when I go back to Chicago, I go to Top and Bottoms. them Arabs, they see me with the fez on or the medallion, and they wouldn't do me the tax. Matter of fact, most of the time I go in there, they give me the deal on the clothing, and it wouldn't charge me. So when you were saying that it didn't register to me. I knew it was because of how I was dressed, but I didn't know that was the reason why they were doing it, or may have been the reason why they were doing it.
Yeah, most definitely. Like some brothers here in the city, I go and get some guard from them. They like grown man type of store. They'll do me like that. They won't charge me the taxes. They'll knock a lot off of it. You know what I mean? It might be 200 and they'll give it to me for 50. You know what I mean? And so that's the way it's supposed to be. And I can say for the most part of it's good apples and bad apples in everybody. But I will say that I really mostly do business with those who are Muslim, so to speak, but they're good brothers. Like my mechanic, he a good brother, but he don't like he don't like them brothers from he from Turkey, but he don't like them brothers from Iran. And he like, man, he's like, Aki, like, we Muslim, but these brothers are no good, Shahi. That's what my brother Tasim would tell me. He's like, he a good brother. He a real good brother. If I go right now to his place, he can be working on something. And I take my vehicle to Tasim Shahid. Salam alaikum, brother. He'll come up there. He'll take that car down and put my vehicle up there. He a good brother. But like I said, it's based on who you're dealing with. And he'll tell you too, like, he know the racism that's here in this country. He don't deal with Europeans. So he pretty much got, a vibration of where we come from, so to speak. He got to understand it. And a couple of them do, but some of them like to get into that debriefing. And they'll treat you just like the European treat you. So you just know the spirit. So he went over too. He said, do not therefore do it. Well, he actually said Muslim brotherhood is, learn that every Muslim is a brother to every Muslim, that the Muslims constitute one brotherhood. So all that Shiite, Sunni, and Wahhabi and all that stuff right there, that's what I used to say when I was back in the day talking to some of my Asiatic brothers. Like, brother, there's nowhere in the Quran where it called you a Sunni Muslim or a Shiite. It just say Muslim. Why are y'all talking about y'all Sunni? And they were like, brother, you got the no, brother, the Quran on. So I used to go back and forth with we used to get into it like that. Me and brothers, because I'm like, brother, that it didn't say that in the Quran. You know what I mean? And they were trying to like shush me, but I didn't have as much knowledge as I have now, But it says, it says nothing part and self shall be legitimate to a Muslim which belongs to a fellow Muslim unless it was given freely and willing. So when you got Muslims taking land from other Muslims, as they call it, oppressing them and all that, they're going against what Muhammad taught. You see, anytime you violate somebody else's free will, you go. So if it say obey Allah and the Prophet, and you going contrary to that, you munafiqun. You in the hypocrisy realm. You see what I'm saying? It says, do not therefore do injustice to yourselves. Remember, one day you will meet Allah and answer your deeds. So beware and do not stray from the path of righteousness after I am gone. Oh my God. Man, these people acting crazy. Bunch of fraggle rocks all over the place, right? So, hammer knockers is what I like to call them. But it says, oh people, no prophet or apostle will come after me, and no new faith will be born. In other words, he was telling them, ain't nobody coming to y'all after me. You see? No new faith will be born because he had created or perfected. His way of life had been perfected. You see, so they didn't need none else if they followed what he had, just like when it come to us. Ain't nobody coming to us after Prophet Noble Ali. You see what I'm saying? It's the same way. And every people that had a particular prophet, in most cases, if he had a little more grace, then the great God Allah might send 1, 2, 3 of them to you. But in most cases, he was sending that one, and seal the deal, so to speak. So it says, reason well, therefore, O people, and understand words that I convey to you. I leave behind me 2 things. This is how they try to slide it in here on y'all. You see what I'm saying? The Quran and the Sunnah. If you follow these, you'll never go astray. And so that right there is giving them the way of saying, all right, he say Quran and the Sunnah. So the Sunnah mean the Hadith, the Sunnah mean all this other information we create out when the Quran itself is referred to as the Sunnah. See, they don't talk. See, they don't teach this in Orthodox Islam now. It'll ask you what open way or what Sunnah are you going to follow after this one. So it can't be now after what the great God. The word Sharia that you hear being thrown around in the media. Oh, the Sharia of Allah. Outside of what they done compiled after Prophet Muhammad, the Sharia was the Quran itself. Just like the Hadith was the Quran itself. So you see how they done misled. And it said that these ones doing this was destined for the hellfire. So if you follow them, then where you think you going to be when it comes to the lower self, so to speak? You know what I mean? All in your passions and your desires. Going to war and all that foolishness over stuff they done made outside of the book. It says, all those who listen to me shall pass on my words to others. It says, and those to others again. So he's saying, speak his stuff. Don't write no books. Talking about no my oral statements like we have oral statements that we have, but we know what Prophet Noble Drew Ali was demonstrating. These have not been used in replacement of the Moorish Holy Quran. They have been used in support of the Moorish Holy Quran. And that's how the Hadith should be with Muhammad. If it's supported by the Quran, you accept it. If it's not, you reject it. You see what I'm saying? It says, and may the last ones understand my words better than those who listen to me directly. And that's what's going on now. Because we the ones in the new era in time, in the last era in time, that understand his words better than the ones that listen to him directly. That was his wish. O Allah, be my witness that I have conveyed your message to your people. As a part of this sermon, the prophet recited them a revelation from Allah which he had just received, which completed the Quran, for it was the last passage to be revealed. This day, the disbelievers despair, prevailing against your religion. So fear them not, but fear me, Allah. This day I have perfected for you your religion and fulfilled my favor unto you. And it have been my good pleasure to choose Islam for you as your religion. The chairman quote that in the Exhument of a Nation a couple of times. So it says this sermon was repeated sentence by sentence by Safwan's brother, Rabia Ra, who had a powerful voice at the request of the prophet, and he faithfully proclaimed to over 10,000 gathered on the occasion towards the end of his sermon. The prophet asked, O people, have I faithfully delivered unto you the message? And a powerful murmur of accents, O Allah, yes, arose from those thousands of pilgrims. It says in the vibrant words, Allahumma na'am, rolled like thunder through the valley. The prophet raised his forefinger and said, O Allah, bear witness that I have conveyed your message to your people. You see, and this was the last thing he said to him. So, I mean, you can't help but see no truth contradicts another truth. So Muhammad did what he was supposed to do. He didn't ask nobody to worship him, because that's what they do with them hadiths. They end up worshiping Muhammad more than they worship Allah. They worship the hadith book, and you don't hear him really quoting a whole lot. Everything they say is predicated from hadith. Well, what about the Quran? So that's what our people have to look at and not condemn the prophets for the craziness of the people. So this is what I was trying to show y'all in the Quran, the word they use here.
وَاضْرِبُوهُنَّ.
Right? وَاضْرِبُوهُنَّ. Now, it is not easy to find this word in the Arabic dictionary, the Quranic dictionary. I'm going to show y'all what I mean. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. And you'll see. I'm going to go to it. And Sister Curta Bay already seen this here. And I'm going to show you the different words here. And it should give us a rundown. Let me see if it let me get it. I may have to open it up again. Okay, yes, it's pulling up now. There we go. It's moving. That's what I wanted right there. Okay. Nakara. Okay. I'll show you exactly These are different words, but I want to go to that word and show you that these people have chosen again to translate this stuff the way they had. Okay, it should give me a couple of more of them up here, and we'll close it out once we get our family. Because not that one. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we give it here. Okay, here we go. Here, beats and belly, beaten to death. Let's see, killed by a bee. Let's see. Give me 1 second here. You know what? I'll do it this way right here. Because they actually came from here. Sometimes they don't let it. I don't know if I have to reset it or what. But sometimes I have to go to my little index to pull this up. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna try to find daughter. Because that's you gotta go to the root of these words and you'll find exactly where it's at. And it's pretty much connected to the other words. Okay, that's the T. And we going through this. Also, the note for this index, when we go through, this is in the harmonic way. It's the alif, ba, ta, tha, jim, ha, ka. You know, dal, zol, ra, zay, sin, shin, sad. So that's the order it go in too, family. So you're gonna see the ka come behind this. Okay. Behind the H, so to speak, see? And then dog should be right behind here. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, so let me look over here. Okay. Let's see here. So we looking for this one here. Okay. Zari. That's my root right there. We'll go back over here. So that'll be actually behind this one. That's DH. So that's the DH behind this one. Uh-oh, I went too far. Okay, here we go. So let me go back. Not that one. Oh, went too far down there. Okay, a little bit more. Oh, got to go up a little bit more. Let's see here. Okay. Where you at? Where you at? Okay, not that one. Not that one. Where is that word that I just had it last time? Let's see right here. I just had it. I'm gonna see if I can do it this way. Oh, it ain't gonna let me. No, you can't copy it. It won't let me copy that. I'm gonna see if it let me do it like this right here. Okay, it didn't let me go there. Okay. Okay. Not that one. Okay. Come on, where you at? Okay. Let's see. Not that one. I see where we at. One second, Miles, and we finna pull it up in a second here. Okay, I know where I'm at. I got it. I see what's going on. Okay, here we go. There we go. This is the one I was looking for right here. Okay. Up a little bit. Here we go, right here. That's it, right there. It's 328. Goodness gracious. We determined to find it more. This is how we do it. Let me see here. You know what? I'll just scroll down to it. That'll be better. Because it probably ain't going to let me go exactly right there on the page because the numbers don't necessarily be the same as the ones that's up there. Okay, so yeah, we close to it. 328. Okay, we scroll this back down here. Because this right here is very necessary for our people to see this so that they know the difference between what people are putting in there as opposed to what's actually there. Okay, a little bit more. I'm gonna see if I can hit this to speed the process up. If I go too far, it's gonna run way past it. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, I'm in the area where I need to be. Let me see how close I am to it. Okay, yeah, we're right here. Okay, right. Okay, a few more pages up. Okay, next page. Okay, that's where we at right there. So this is it right here. This is the word. And I want you to pay attention to this because it gives grand insight. So this word, Saraba, right? This is the same word. If you look at it right here, Saraba is the root. And they got it in various different forms. This word that has been translated as strike, see it right here? Was Zariba, right? Zaribu. And then they have the ha, ahun, hun. But you don't see it as it's stated in the Quran this way. It says, and finally strike them, right? Now we look at this and we go over here to the drawing. It says this word admits a great variety of meanings and interpretations. Look at this. To heal. That's the first one to give you. Now, wait a minute. I thought you said strike somebody. So if to heal is the first one before striking, then In other words, instead of striking them, you need to be trying to deal with some healing processing, right? But watch what it says. It says propound, as in, hold up, let me minimize that a little bit. It says to pound as an example. It says to put forth a parable. Don't you go to playing with me wrong. You better show it. There we go. Okay, so it says put forth a parable. So look at all these different examples that can be given. Go make a journey. So if they choose automatically to use the word strike, instead of putting, all right, if, it's a bad situation, then, strike them. No, you should have put, well, make a journey, leave. You see what I'm saying? Travel,
Islam.
mix, avoid, take away,
Mm-hmm.
put a cover, shed, mention, right? State, propound, set forth, compare, liken, seek, away, march on,
Mm-hmm.
set, oppose, prevent. Then they had a word fight, but that don't mean you got to choose that. You
Right.
choose to choose that definition.
Mm-hmm.
Traffic with anyone's property for a share of the profit. Leave, forsake. You
Mhm.
see, well, you can't handle it. It's getting that crazy if you got to put your hand on a lever.
That's right.
That's basically what it's saying.
Mm-hmm.
You see, take away anything. Take your presence away. You see, he traveled. That means he chose to leave instead of put his hand on.
That's right.
You understand? To
Mhm.
go to, relieve the bowels, go to privy. Go, because the chairman tell you about stirring in that manure all the time, right? So you, if you chose to feed into the fufu. So it
Mhm.
says go for earning livelihood. Meaning go to work.
Right.
You know what I mean? If it get crazy, leave. In the Quran, our most holy Quran said, and the Grand Quran, is not the earth spacious enough
Right.
for you to go somewhere? Then it tell you when life storms are pressing hard, find you a quiet place. Huh?
That's right.
Both the Quran, the most holy Quran, and the Grand Quran agree on that.
Right.
So this is how you deal with it. Now, this is why I say when you compare the teachings and you get a consensus, you say, all right, this is the way I deal with it. I don't care about nobody else talking about beat them. No, that ain't how we demonstrate.
Right.
I don't hit women.
That's right.
I know I'm stronger than the average woman.
I taught my
And a
children.
whole lot of them. You know what I mean? So why I'm going to put
Mhm.
my hand on a woman and try to muscle down on her?
Right.
And I'm going to be honest with you, Moors. The last man that put his hand on my mama, I put hands on him.
That's right.
And we was real close, me and this brother. Me and this brother was real close. Like I was friends with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, my mama provoked him. So it wasn't that I wanted to get hold to him, but when he hit her and I was there, you know what I mean? My instant response was get it.
Right.
And when I got him though, what he said, he left. He said he did nothing wrong. He was supposed to do that. You see what I'm saying? Because I kind of tore into him a good little bit.
Right.
But and it wasn't no hatred from him for that. But that was my response because men had put their hand on my mama before.
Mm-hmm.
And I was too young
To do anything.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when I got older,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't happening. Same thing with Rome. Rome kicked my mama down. I put hands on Rome too.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I'm saying is, I don't believe in hitting women.
That's right.
I always believe that a man that hit a woman is a coward. That's just my interpretation. Ain't nothing should make you mad enough, where you gonna go beat down like I see, brother. You don't do that.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? I can't stand to look at it.
Me either.
And praise be to the great God Allah. A lot of my sister cousins, so to speak, they know how to handle their own business, so I ain't had to get in none of their business. My cousins, they will rough up the average individual. So they wasn't nothing to be played with. So praise be to Allah. We got to use a little humor in this, but we know this stuff go on.
Right.
But anyway, it says one must not ride to go. It says, but for 3 months. Goodness gracious. It say don't just go to one masjid if it's getting crazy. Go to 3 of them. So it goes on, to go and swarm, depress ground, hard ground, and this all have to do with the soil of your soul right here, as I can see it. In plain, sandy valley, commissioner, he has to travel much. We can go on and on, but we see that word travel and leave and keep coming up. And these are different aspects of these words being broke down. Zarbun coming from the same root. Also, kind, manner, lean, thing, similar, alike, the act of striking, a blow going from place to place. You see? There you go. Travel, like it said in the Piscean record, if they persecute you in one city, Yahushua will flee to another one. And it's the same thing when you get in a situation. A lot of brothers put themselves in that situation because they didn't know how to choose their mate properly. You know what I mean?
That's right.
They end up running into certain situations. The vicissitudes of life, we already know what that is, affliction, especially that which relates to one person. A disease, death, degradation is common in general suffering. So you can actually die many deaths. It's only one way in which one can be saved, but you can die many deaths, if you choose the wrong mate. And you got to go through all of them different situations.
That's right.
You know herself and you don't know yourself to teach her. See what I'm saying? You wasn't able to give her 1 apple, so how you gonna give her 2? Goodness gracious.
It's a powerful class.
Yeah, it's telling you, what you doing putting your hand on that sister. I wish her member would.
I know that's right.
And then especially if she up in age. What?
Yes.
What? Goodness gracious. Travel, took away, avoided. There you go. You got to learn how to avoid. You see it coming, duck.
That's right.
Get out the way.
Get out the way. When you
ninja move.
Cause we ain't gonna just make it look like the sister. When you done stirred that sister up.
That's right. That's right.
What's gonna stir up for it, stir up. So,
that's right.
So you better get out the way. They set, Ye went forth, they set. And so we see it's mostly dealing with leaving, going forth. And it don't mean leave forever. Just go get yourself, take a break.
Yes.
Sometimes to smite them don't mean physically smite them. It means, the best way you can win is you hit them by leaving.
That's right.
Not putting your hands on nobody. Then it says she draws over, strikes. They got a whole bunch of measures. Will leave. So you got a choice. Either you're going to put your hand on that sister, you're going to leave, brother. But the Quran didn't teach you to put your hand on them. It's brothers in their translations that choose to put that in there, and maybe that's their personality.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? The people who are translating things a certain way. Even in this one here, the actual translation itself, it didn't say striker.
Right.
See, it says right here, men are caretakers of women, as men have been provisioned by Allah over women and tasked with supporting them financially. And righteous women are devoutly obedient. That's what our Grand Secretary of the State was saying earlier. It says, when alone, protective of what Allah has entrusted them with. She know how to handle herself, carry herself like a woman. If you sense ill conduct from your women, advise them first. If they persist, do not share their beds. It says, but if they still persist, then discipline them gently. He didn't say hit them. The discipline them gently could have been the same thing of what I'm saying. Discipline can be, all right, I'm finna go, I'll see you in a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
It's love.
So it's all on one's desires and how they choose to interpret this thing, but the Quran ain't saying it in that particular way. That's the translator choosing to translate that word. You can't blame Allah or Prophet Muhammad if they choose to translate it one way instead of translating it the way I'm saying translate it, because that's how we gonna translate it. Y'all give a long lead. Go ahead, Grand Secretary of State.
That's why the prophet was telling us we've got to purify our mindset. Because if your mind is pure, you're not
Yep.
going to automatically go to the beat down, drug out,
That's
cuss,
right.
rant, and rave degree. You know,
That's right.
you want to have some control over yourself, because a lot of times that kind of degree can be avoided. It takes two to argue.
Yep.
You know, yeah,
Yep.
That's
And
right.
then you giving somebody a reason, whether you know it or not. It's a responsibility when you translating this word. Because when you put this in there, it's written in stone, and people gonna use that
that's
to
right.
justify their action.
Right.
That's
You
right.
gotta have all that in mind when you putting this up. This is book of
Islam.
guidance, and you gonna be held accountable
Mm-hmm.
if you got them doing
Ooh.
something that Allah would want them to do. Because it said right here, but if they change their ways, do not be unjust to them.
Right.
In other
That's
words, you don't
powerful.
have no rocks in your jaw running around here thinking about what doesn't happen, and you just stewing in it. No, that ain't right.
See, that just shows the responsibility of being a scribe.
Yeah.
You know, where that weight falls on you to demonstrate the right thing, because you don't want to be the one that mislead anything away from the path of Allah. That's powerful.
That's
Right.
so powerful.
That's
Powerful.
right. You know, and that's the main key. You know, it says most cases I can say the great God Allah has blessed me with a strong God woman. She might get upset in situations or whatever that mostly deal with the way her own thought pattern go, but she always come back and say, you know, I was wrong. I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so forth and so on. But we got some sisters, they ain't gonna apologize.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
I done seen it. I'm talking about I seen some brother with some sister. No, she wrong. She would not admit that she wrong. She ain't
That's
gonna
right.
never come back, you know, and gonna make you think that you crazy for thinking you wrong. You'll be like, am I really? Is it me?
That's why you fix not suddenly. That's
Yeah.
on
It's
both
not
degrees,
sudden.
male
It's-
and female.
Yeah. And
That's
so
right.
I was able to learn from a lot of stuff from other brothers.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Any sister that I ever had a relationship with in my past, none of them hate me. Praise be to Allah.
That's
None of them. If I see them, how you doing, brother? And keep it moving.
yeah.
None of
Yeah.
them have hatred because I didn't never disrespect, you know, no
Mhm.
woman.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, and I was like that since I've been young. You know, like don't do that. You know, brother want to take advantage of a sister. No, we ain't gonna demonstrate like that, brother. You know, no, sister, we ain't on that. You know, and so praise be to Allah. It's just in us to be what's in us, but we got to put the love out front, you know, and that's what we got to bring to the uniting of the real uniting of the Quran. We got to put that love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice in there. That's what the world need, you know, and when they get it, it's gonna have our seal on it. And I guarantee you, ones have a better vibration, like the brother John Henry Clark said. He say, you know, Islam gonna have to be brought forth by our people that can give it a greater meaning. You know what I mean? Than what the Arabs have, because everything they do, they politicize. You know, they want to deal with politics and everything. You know, all the way down to the martial relations, so to speak, or marital relations, as you want to call it. They want to deal with that politically. You know, and that's the problem. And the Quran didn't deal with it that way. So, that being said, we're gonna open up the floor to our Grand National Secretary of the State and the officials, you know, so we can take this demonstration to the next degree of unfoldment. Islam, Grand National Secretary of the State.
Islam, Islam, Islam. Woo-wee. Good gracious. This has been having already risen and given praise and honor we're due. This has been a grand ears class. Gratitude to our family online, our scribes, to Act One, and to you, Dr. Shahid, for bringing forth this special class. It's so many blessings that I have received here in this special class, especially, you know, in dealing with how critical it is for us to, you know, come from and maintain that state of being in our higher self, because it's much more wisdom to be learned amongst the Moors, and who better to demonstrate it but us. But we can't give a message, you know, unless we have that message within ourselves, you know. So it's a grand class, and it just what's the word I'm looking for? Makes me even more want to go even further in depth, and bring forth these lessons within self, so that when it comes down to transcribing and, bringing forth our books and literatures for our people, they will definitely have the clarity, because just in bringing forth that one word, and showing how many definitions that one word can have, and that is up to us to make sure that we are in tune with, the Hierophant within ourselves, to bring forth the proper demonstration. And, I can see it, as you stated, going from the Hebrew to the Arabic, Cometian, Coptic, what have you, Spanish, German, what have you. But the thing is that one truth is not going to contradict another truth. And it's going to have the foundation of being about love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, because the whole world is seeking that, as the prophet let us know. So it's up to us to implement that and bring it forth in our degree. When the pen gets in our hand, we demonstrate it as it should be, dealing with the harmonies of light, not things to try to tear down and destroy, so we're able to more readily see the God within each other. So gratitude more. This is powerful demonstration. And it kind of got one out of the mode of just sticking to like Webster's definition or what have you. This is so far beyond that, because you pulling from a very spectrum. So gratitude more for calling me forth. Much peace and love to all of my Moorish kin. Islam.
And Islamism without the schism. Praise be to Allah. Gratitude. Islamism. But we love that, Magic Grand Secretary of the State. It don't get no plainer than that. Wow. Well, all right. Let us call forth. Is our chairman available, Grand National Secretary of the State? I know he loved this particular drawing here.
Are you there?
Oh, yeah. Here, there, and everywhere, Grand Man. Goodness gracious.
All right. Let me rise and give praise to Allah and the Prophet Noble Dua Ali. Say much honor to Noble Dua Ali for bringing us his Moorish American Nationals, everything that we needed in order for us to save ourselves as a nation. Our own government, our own God, our own history, forefathers. Oh, man, this is a powerful class, Mo. I mean, you done stepped all over the place now, because we're talking about the harmonies of life. If being in contact with the human family and getting your history together so you can have a future, if that ain't harmony, I don't know what is. So it's a mighty powerful thing. Well, I love this class. Islam is without a schism. I'm even to put my foot in my mouth in a minute. Islam.
Islamism. Well, Chairman the Prophet he say we're gonna have to take these lessons and straighten out our brothers in the East. You know what I mean? And he say you'll be lost in the Grand Quran if it wasn't for him. And they don't get it no plainer than that. They just ain't gonna get it. Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the truth, and he's still here. That's the crazy thing. A lot of our people don't realize Prophet Noble Drew Ali is on the manifest, working from the plane of soul. He directing the course. He said he had a vacant seat in the East. Where else they think he at? He and you, and he working from the plane of soul. If we'll listen. How they think they got that book of fire? How they think they got that Moorish flag? How they think they got that Grand National Seal? Somebody had to be listening to the prophet. If my chairman wasn't listening to the prophet, then who was? Show me anybody else that did something. I mean, y'all done got me stirred up over here. Goodness gracious. Let us call forth our national grand sheik, Dr. Serapis Amin Raed. I know our sheik fired up over there. Islam, sheik, you there?
Islam, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, loud and clear with divine ears.
Islam, Moorish America, we give a lot of praise, highest honors to his love thought and his industrious ways. All of our Moorish kin here, there, and everywhere. Those striving to bear the name of faithful, and those that bear the name, they are grateful. give honors to this committee in that app, Hierophant uh, care. It's been a very, very powerful journey, as the chairman said. Uh, Looking at it in the context that once it's being prepared here in the West to take the script back to the East to put it in appropriate and proper form, as we see not so much error of what was said or what was done, but the manner in which it was said and done. And the fact that you got ones who had slept over 500 something years that have been and are awakening to the truth to bring that language that our forefathers demonstrated and carried out, not only amongst ourselves, but to the four corners of the world, to all nations, as the Grand One had prophesied when he was here, giving us the idea that everything we doing is in script and it's on time, and we just appreciate it that he's given us some scribes that can think and apply the thoughts that he has given them to themselves and then to the others. This has been what I would call an immaculate conception, because it's so many how would you say it, high intense propers. If we looking at it in the context when I'm talking about propers, how the script is steadily on flow. I've seen you go into I guess it was a dictionary, and I need that because in order for us to really have an in-depth perspective on the script, we must understand the words that accompany it. So I appreciate you, C. Thank you for all that you do on behalf of our family and crew. Islam.
Islamism, Sheik, we'll definitely get that over to you. Yes, sir. Islamism without the schism. Praise be to Allah. Gratitude, Moorish kin. Well, all right. Well, we can go forth to our other family and see what the scribes had to say. Islam?
Islam. Don't look like nobody here but me.
Oh, yeah.
It's all good. Islam. I tell you, Dr. Shaheed, you know, I always enjoy our classes, but this one was just special to me. I just, everything that we went over and that we talked about, and when you talked about the Sunni Muslims, when you talked about that, it just like a light bulb went off in my head, because even when I was in Christianity, I wasn't just a Christian, I was a Methodist. And then, other ones, they was Baptist and they was Presbyterian, and we even had the Holy and Sanctified. And then I moved from that to the Word Church. But I see now the division. That wasn't nothing but division, because deep down, whether you said it or not, deep down in our hearts, we kind of look down on you a little bit. I hate, y'all, I didn't know the prophet. The prophet said he forgive me for everything I did when I didn't know him. So I didn't know better. But you had this attitude like, I'm sanctified and holy, fire baptized. I'm better than y'all little Methodist people. And then you, like I say, we had the word church. We do the words, following that Bible. So I know we better than them Baptist people or them Methodist people. And I tell you, like I say, this has been such a powerful class for me. Maybe I needed this because I tell you, this has really helped me. Like I say, I see even back then when I didn't know no better, that wasn't nothing but division that had been placed within our midst, and we didn't even see it. We didn't even see it. But thank the great God Allah for you, God, man. I praise the great God Allah for our holy prophet, for bringing us the truth, and gratitude for you showing us. I know for me, I love that when you talk about the other religions, because like I say, I'm familiar with Christianity, and even when you are dealing with Christianity, Dr. Shahi, what I thought I knew, you take it even deeper than what I already know. And that's why family, that's why I be so joyful and have so much joy and just enjoying myself, because this is what it's all about. And we teach here unity. We don't teach no division here. We about unifying our sisters and brothers together. And like I said, this has been such a powerful class. I'm definitely gonna play this playback over and over and over again, especially because I got to learn these lessons. But this just was a powerful class. Gratitude, God, man, for letting me share. Peace and love.
In Islamism, we give honors to you, sister, for that special drawing. Praise be to Allah. It don't get no plainer than that right there. We just have to most definitely go into building, and definitely demonstrate, the high expressions of being exactly who we are. And once we can do that right there, man, it ain't nothing it is that we can't accomplish. So gratitude to you for all that you do, and all that you will do and all that you've done. And at this time, you can definitely take us, in the third heaven, goddess and queen, Islamism.
Islamism without the schism. Islam. January 15, 1929. A warning from the prophet to be read at every meeting. I hereby inform all citizens that they must end all radical agitating speeches while at work, in their homes, or on the streets. We are for peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your cards at Europeans. It causes confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. Failure to obey these orders will be a severe consequence. We are for love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when these principles are violated, justice must then take its course. Any citizen or group of citizens who hold malicious feelings toward the government or the prophet or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement will receive their reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true Moors will and must obey the law as laid down to them by their prophet. If they lose confidence in their prophet, they should turn in their card and button, cease wearing their turban and fez, and return to the state where I, the prophet, found you. This is a holy and divine movement founded by the prophet Noble Jew Ali. And if the prophet is not right, the government is not right. The prophet, therefore, is sending out the divine plea to all Moorish Americans that they do their part in protecting their prophet and the government. This is an everlasting movement founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from their sinful ways. By the order of Prophet Noble Jew Ali. A holy covenant of the Asiatic nations. Ye are the children of one father, provided for by his care, and the breast of one mother has given you suck. Let the bonds of affection therefore unite thee with thy brothers, that peace and happiness may dwell in thy father's house. And when ye separate in the world, remember the relation that bindeth you to love and unity, and prefer not a stranger before thy own blood. If thy brother is in adversity, assist him. If thy sister is in trouble, forsake her not. So shall the fortune of thy father contribute to the support of his whole race. and his care be continued to you all in your love to each other. Islam, Islam, Islam. This meeting is officially adjourned according to Act 2, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Go in peace, family. Islam. Grand class.
Great class. Gratitude.
Gratitude, peace, and love. We
Peace
love you.
and love.
Gratitude, peace, and love.
Gratitude.
Gratitude.
Islam. See
Great
y'all in
class.
Sunday school tonight.
Yes,
Islam.
sir.
Yes, sir. Peace and love.
Islam. Praise be to Allah. Gratitude, Morris Ken.
Gratitude
Uh-oh.
to you.
Yeah, I see our brother was in the bike stage back there, brother. I didn't see him till later. Brother Bati Bey, but he went off. So praise be to Allah, Islamism. Goodness gracious, Rome ain't built nothing to last. Islam.
Islam.
Well, all right, Morris Ken. Oh, there you go. He just popped back in again. Pardon,
Peace and
Bati Bey.
love.
Oh, no big deal. No big deal. Islam.
Islam.
Grand measures. Grand measures. Islam.
Peace and love.
All right. See
All
you
right.
boys in a few.
Islam.
Islam. All right, family. We give honors to all of y'all out there and for checking in. Peace and love. We love you.